it's also set up for that. So it does pick up your control and your alt characters properly. So yeah, just Control C works just as well.
Hopefully I'm streaming to the right Facebook page too. All right, looks like I just went live on the YouTube.
Yeah, I just saw it go live there.
And let's pull this up and let's.
I gotta mute the sound though.
Pick up your control and your alt characters.
Okay, how do I get that to come back where I can see it? Link. And then I want to share this. Hopefully I'm streaming.
Such a professional show. Such a professional show.
Okay. So we're going to share this to the CoCo group. We'll share it as a watch party. I hear Curtis's freaking keyboard.
Yep, there you
go. If he could
better get used to it, buddy.
Put his mic on a book or something, maybe that would help.
No, I want to drive Stevie nuts here because I'm going to kick his ass in the scoring department here. So.
Here's my problem.
But that's not very hard to do.
I'm wondering if I should not be sharing this as a freaking watch party right now, because now I can't share it to like the other pages and stuff. Whatever. Who gives a shit? We're just gonna go with it. Listen, if you see it, you see it. If you don't, you missed it. That's kind of how life goes, right? All right. Well, we are here, and it is Friday night. Do you know where your beer is? I got my beer. We're here for the premiere.
Echo.
Testes, can you hear me? Testes. Testes.
Not hearing echo here. James, you got the stream running in background?
James. Anyways, so we're here. We're going to be playing Digger 3. This is Chet Simpson's new game. Alan Huffman is already live on Facebook asking, can this be better than Nightmare Highway? Can it be? Well,
it can be more frustrating.
So we have Chet with us. Although we can't see Chet as well because Curtis's screen is big, but that's fine. We'll get to it. So Chet's here. Chet, thanks for being here, and thanks for letting us check out this latest sneak peek of Digger 3. We're gonna just jump in and start playing, and at any given time, you can just, give us all the notes.
Awesome.
All the ridicule.
Thanks for having me. This is great. It's having a good look at the game. I know there's been some some shots here and there. Getting some videos and some promos and all this. But this will give everybody a good chance to to see some other people in the community actually playing through some of this game. And I'll try to give you some of the background on some of the levels and some of the stuff that's going on with Digger over the last year.
Okay, and I'm playing it on a real CoCo 3 on real hardware, thanks to the switcheroo, and Curtis is playing it on MAME, so we can switch back and forth to Curtis's view, and hopefully some other people will join us and maybe jump in and show their views, and we can show different people playing the game. I'm going to go ahead and hit spacebar to start playing the classic Redux. Should I be sharing now? If I share sound, you guys won't. Then Curtis can't share. So
I don't need to share sound on mine. You're just gonna hear my keyboard going nuts anyway. You
know what? I don't even know that I'm gonna have to just die here for a minute because I just set all this up. I don't know that I have my capture stuff set up where I can hear it even. So hold on 1 second while I check the audio input and blah 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 advanced audio properties of that. Yeah, this was all kind of thrown together. Properties, no, is it under advanced audio properties? HDMI capture.
Hey guys.
Hey, Nick Marotta. Okay. Going? Monitor only. Okay. Press
hey,
dig.
Chat.
Hey.
You're a bit overdriven there, Nick.
Okay, now I hear the sounds. Yes. Now I hear him. He's going, hoo-ah, hoo-ah, hoo, and I just picked up some gold.
Yeah. Don't forget to hit the M key to get the walking footsteps, too, if you want.
What do you mean? Oh. M is what? What do you mean by M making walking footsteps?
M mutes and unmutes the some of the background sounds like him walking and climbing. There's actually some special sound effects that are associated with it. Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
shoot!
It was actually available in the it was actually available in the preview. But we decided to make it kind of optional because we were having some performance issues at the time, and that's actually one of the things that we use it for now is for some performance tweaking.
Nick, you're killing me with your sound problems right now, bro.
I'm gonna be back.
All right. You're killing me, bro. Don't tase me either, bro. Okay, so I need to.
I considered adding something like that as a weapon, so that was if they were like too close, or if they were chasing you, they were behind you, they could actually zap you with their pig sticker.
The climbing ladder sounds a little bit Donkey Kongish, when Mario is walking. Oh, I just got whooped. There it is. Does that mean that means the ladder is open?
Yep,
okay.
You've collected all the gold, and it's time to leave.
Okay, are these guys gonna die? No, they didn't die. Suffering succotash. Oh, that guy died. Okay, then maybe I can get back up. Yeah, so they're going to the left. Come back up, bro. All right. So now on this level here, I should just be able to go straight up.
Yes.
Oh, shoot. Homer got me. Gomer.
Oops.
Oops, there it ain't. Okay.
That was tragic.
Haha, you died. Okay. And how's L. Curtis doing? L. Curtis is on the title screen right now. All right. Press dig to dig again. Okay.
Now, this level is actually the first level from Digger 1 with a couple of tweaks with the new engine and the AI, and we decided to include this as kind of the first level, as kind of a call out to the first game that that started it for me, and we do have some mentions of the other games, as well as some of the other people that are involved throughout the rest of the levels, if you can actually find them and get to them.
Yeah, I don't know if I ever played Digger 1, but I think I did end up reviewing one of your games before I even knew you. When I was reviewing CoCo games, I think I ended up reviewing maybe Digger 2. Okay.
I think you've actually played both.
Paul Thayer,
yeah, I
Slayer's
did see the
here.
one with I did see the one with Digger 2. I do know that you've definitely done that one.
And I didn't know you at the time. I probably heard you mentioned by Curtis, So
Oh, sorry, I'm muted here.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, you probably preferred that, but you're missing all my witty comments here.
So far, in true form, I have not gotten past level 1, but I have gotten past level 1 in this game. So Brian.
So rumor says.
Yeah, Brian Weasler says where and when available and how much. Mark B's out there. Hey guys, John Lowry. Hi guys, Paul Thayer. Hi all, Paul Thayer. What great inspiration while I'm compiling Downland 2 sprites. Hey, we're on Zoom, guys. The same Zoom that we join for CoCoTALK. It's open. The link should be in the description to the video, so anybody can join us.
So, well, as far as the release date, for the two of you that watched the last couple of shows, you'll know that I encountered a problem with the game crashing, and that kind of actually set us back a little bit. We weren't really sure when that was going to be. It was sometime between the middle of this month and the middle of next month, and so right now it's been moved down to sometime by the end of the month. But we are, I mean, that is, January 31st is kind of the date that we're shooting for. My guess is that, with the way that things have been going, at least, the last couple of days, unfortunately, even with losing, some of the extra development time that I have with the, with the holiday time, or with the holidays, we're still looking to get some of the new components integrated, tested, and finished before then, and the levels are going along quite well. We've got 22 of them, which are almost near complete, and those are the ones that are included now. The only stuff that we've got in that is some tweaks based on changes we'll make to the AI. So we want to make sure that any effect that we have in the that we bring forth in the AI, that's accounted for in the levels that we've already designed. So we'll go through and play all of those again and make sure they're all. So there's quite a bit to do, but yeah, we're looking at end of the month for that.
Very, very cool. Very cool. It's looking good. It's looking good. So everybody can see here now. I just completed level 1.
Way ahead of you.
Paul Thayer says I can hear it. Carl Von Winkle is here waving at us. Hey, Carl, on Facebook. Yeah. How you doing? L. Curtis is here. L. Curtis is playing in MAME. So what level are you on, L. Curtis, right now?
2.
You're in level 2, which is what I'm getting ready to start, right? Okay.
Hey guys.
And I just died.
Hey, John Lowry.
Oops. Hey, John.
John Lowry,
Hey.
one of the hardware gurus of our community.
Yeah, I saw your hardware video there.
Thank
Hey
you.
guys, can you hear me okay?
We can hear you, and
Hey.
you got rid of the jet engine too. So thanks for that.
Oh, I was on my tablet. I'm on the PC now. Sorry about that, guys.
So is this the official release bash?
Oh yeah, this is the official set of the levels that'll be in the release. But no, this is a kind of a pre-release version.
I see.
But you know, all of the it's feature complete. We're just doing the levels and adding in newer and updated components that need to be integrated and tested. So.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah, they get you on them ladders, man.
Shush.
yeah, shuka. Haha, you died.
Shakalaka.
Shaka boom,
That's like-
shaka laka.
It's just like crossing the road. You got to look at the ladders before you jump on them and start heading in that direction because they will come at you. And you got to keep looking.
Yeah, right. Why did the chicken cross the road? All right. So, the clubhouse. Is this where you get your Grey Poupon? Pardon me.
Yes.
Ah, shit.
We
Actually had the last one too. Damn it.
Oh shit! We got an aw shit out of the
Ah,
Canadian.
you
so that's-
died.
Oh, sorry. Oh,
We
shit. Sorry.
have lost our family-friendly atmosphere.
Yes. You know it's a good.
But that was
game when-
Canadian for shoot.
And as far as the like,
SCHITT.
Yeah, Schitt's Creek.
Oh,
Schitt's
that's
Creek.
right. Didn't that get canceled?
No,
Nope.
they just finished the run there last season.
No, one more season just started.
Yeah, but it's the last one.
Yeah.
Now this thing that looks like bricks, that I'm taking that is a solid platform you can't dig through.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so is only one person can share a screen at once, right? So Curtis is sharing right now.
I'm not sure about that. Have you got a screen you can share?
I can see share. I can see Curtis's. But if
No
you're sharing, I
idea who
can't.
I'm
I don't know how to.
watching.
Shit.
Oops.
I'm stuck. And bald-headed bastard C-blocked me.
C block.
All right. Do you where are my number of lives? Let's see. I'll figure
Now
that when
you're
the screen comes back. Right. Okay, I
in
got
trouble.
one life left to live.
That was my suicide run.
Okay. Yeah, I like the sound effects. Sound effects are good. They're not.
Is that with the M key enabled with the extra ones too,
Yes.
Stevie? Or?
Yeah, I have like the Donkey Kong-esque sounds when he's climbing the ladder. The boo 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 boo
Yeah.
boo.
To me, that definitely adds to it.
Oh,
It
yeah,
seemed a bit
absolutely.
too quiet before.
Mm-hmm. Are these guys gonna die? Thank
And
you.
those are not the final sounds, by the way. Those are still in for just for testing. There are I have actually about 6 alternatives for each one to choose from at the moment. I'm just being pretty indecisive about it.
That
They're all
well,
really good.
what's the limiting factor there? Does do they have to be in RAM? Because that might be a cool feature if people could choose which samples they want to run, kind of customize the audio.
It's gonna come down to whether I can include more of those. Would come down to whether or not A, there's enough memory for it, and B, whether there's enough time between actually finishing everything up and the release to actually add something like that in there. Because in doing something like that, it's not just a matter of selecting it within the game. There is going to be some type of UI and management element to it that's going to require additional code and testing. So I mean, as I said, the game is feature complete. I don't see that. I don't really see that changing, except for items which are really internal to the game.
Oh, and it says can't touch this. I got that little MC hammer at the end. Can't touch this. All right.
And most of the the sounds from the actually I think all of the sounds from both Digger 2 and Gold Runner 2000 still use the samples that came from the MM1.
Okay.
So those were and those were all designed by Eric Critchlow, my boy. So that's he's included in all of that too. So.
Nice. Matchy Games is out there. It says, so what's
Hey,
Paul says when the Gomers are on the ropes, they will fall into the dirt block right in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then Matchy says, nice icy blue stalagmites. Cool. Oh, and Alan Huffman just said, thought it sounded familiar. Okay, so Alan must remember that one.
And is this is 512K required?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
6809.
Mm-hmm. I just ordered my my upgrade kit from
Cool.
from Boys and Tech.
And it is compatible with with 2 meg cards. We did run into that problem with the
Which
with the
I'm
preview.
running right now. Yeah, I have 2 megs in my.
And
CoCo.
that was we were able to correct that with some help from members in the community. So that's if you've got a 2 meg board, you're good. If you got 512K, you're good. If you've got 128K, you need to upgrade.
Okay. Yeah. I bought the 2 meg board today.
Oh, cool, awesome.
With the 6309, the whole thing comes into one package. So.
And as far as I know, it will work with a 6309 because I do have some patches, and I did go through because earlier versions actually had some 6309 code to enable stuff, but it wasn't quite compatible with the disk code that I had. So I ended up pulling out. I never really added it back in. So even if you have a 6309, you're good to go with this.
Oh, you can't dig those green squares, eh?
Yeah, those green ones are not.
The green on the top of the brown.
Yeah.
Okay. I got a bonus life awarded to me. I got a gangster bonus. Have you got any gangster bonuses, Curtis? Because I've been ganking.
Yeah, I did have one, and then I've never had that kindness bonus.
Yeah.
Kindness is if you don't kill any of the Gomers?
Yeah.
Is that even possible? Because you have to kill them to get the gold if they stole it, right?
No, you don't have to kill them. If you time it right, they will climb out of it.
So I see. Okay.
Yeah, it is certainly difficult on certain levels. So it's definitely worth trying, but I don't know whether it's worth giving up a couple of lives to get.
Oh yeah, I see it. You can't cut through the green there.
Right.
You Gomer pile. Oh, he just dropped a money bag. Oh, that's a different loot drop thing. So it's not just a gold nugget, it's like a bag of nuggets. Is that like a more valuable prize?
You have various prizes. They do actually have or can have different values associated with them, but right now they're actually all set to the same value. But those are
dude, I was wondering if they were going to try to drop down on me, those a-holes, and they did.
Yes, they will. They will drop on you like.
So your AI are a-holes, dude.
Yeah. Hey, man, their job is to get you. It's it's one of those things that can actually be very difficult with particularly on a limiting system like the CoCo, because you really do have to do a lot of it in code. You do have some tables and some rule-based stuff that goes in there, but generally speaking, a lot of it's going to be code. You're not going to have a lot of pathfinding algorithms that you have in games today. You're not going to have a lot of that help, but you can design some of it into the map, and that's actually what we've done with this. Is that there are certain areas which will control how the guard behaves, but they look like just normal everyday blocks. So it could be a ladder, it could be a rope, it could be a block that they're standing on.
Okay.
So there is ways to give little hints in there that does help move them along in getting you.
Okay, I see Curtis has gotten a little further in the same level than I have right now. I love the animated tiles back there with the green slime, sludge falls and stuff.
And this is actually one of our one of the levels I've got on a list of needs some updates, because when you notice when you're going into that area, you have some slowdown in there, and that's just because the amount of animation that we have versus the foreground and the Gomers and everything else. It does tax a little bit. So we go in and making a change to that doesn't really affect the gameplay within this level. It just changes the available performance. So we are making a few tweaks. We've only got a couple levels which we're seeing that type of issue on right now.
Right, and I think you said before too that none of this animation is being done with like palette cycling, so it's all being rendered. So this is all in-game rendering, which is all CPU intensive. All right, so Curtis just beat level 3.
Yeah, there's no use of any of the any type of gimme tricks for like switching out the either the palettes or the the scan lines, the starting address of the display or anything like that to get any of that. It is all blitted or blit to the screen through code.
And the scrolling is the vertical and horizontal scrolling. Is that hardware based gimme, or is that?
Yeah, that does use the gimme. That's I don't know if that's really considered a trick. It's kind of, I don't know, a standard way of doing it.
Have
Yeah,
you
and the
tried
score
it in
registers are
VCC?
documented on the Gimme too. So
Yeah.
Have you tried it in VCC?
I use VCC for the vast majority of my testing. I do use
My
main.
colors are all weird.
Really?
My
you got
green-
composite
my-
versus
my
RGB
background
selected?
is my back. Oh, wait a sec. How do I do that?
Type this at the before you load it. Type in RGB. That might be like a
No.
default standard in the.
There's a setting in VCC's preferences panel where you can actually change what the monitor type is. So you want to change it to RGB, and that you should be set.
So this one you just drop straight down to pick that up, and the Gomers will try to drop on you too.
Mm-hmm.
They are evil.
Tricky, isn't it?
I got past the Gomers. Am I going to a dead end here? I don't know. Oh, and that long run where it's got the green floor, you cannot cut through that green floor. Oh crap!
Are they named Gomer?
That's a hidden thing.
That is actually what their name is. It's and
That's
all
awesome.
of them are Gomer. Yeah, their father is Gomer, and he was proud of his name. So.
Yeah.
Awesome.
They
like
to me
that.
they look like Homer Simpson, but they're actually called Gomer. Son of a biscuit! That thing Gomer.
Keep the Disney lawyers away, man.
Yeah. Oh, so Paul Thayer says it's F. Oh, I have a game over. Oh, dude. Thy game is over. So what was I on, level 3? So if I do a
You're level
warp
3.
code, was it 0003?
Yep. One more 0.
Okay.
And Bellevore. Yeah. Sorry, 4-digit hex.
ah, crap.
Press dig to start. So am I on that same level again? Classic Redux. Did
All
that work?
right, it works. Thank you. That worked.
Cool.
Is this the right level, or did I go too far? No, this
No,
is
you're
the.
right. You're the right.
That's the right level. I got confused.
You're just not,
not
used to
hard.
seeing levels past 1, so
Yeah. All right, Curtis.
Yeah, and this level 3 was the one that that bug manifested itself on in a huge way. In fact, it was prominent enough that it allowed me to find it relatively easily given the circumstances.
A level 3 bug, also known as one as Steve will probably never find.
Oh no, I mean, as much as you guys have played it, it definitely would have manifested itself by now.
yeah, the level 3 one was basically right at the very beginning. If you tried to go out to the right and then up the ladder,
Right.
croak.
Yeah, and it had been in the code base for 22 years. It was an original bug. It just never affected it because of the way that memory had been laid out.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that son of a biscuit. You go to get that frickin' money bag and you get screwed.
Ooh, yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah, right?
By the way, Stevie, this is level 4 here, just in case you want to see what it looks like.
Are you being Curtis, are you being helpful or are you just
Welcome.
being a prick?
Welcome to trash talk. Apparently,
Yes.
Yeah, don't make me get on the. on the
Oh,
noise.
dude.
Actually, I'm trying to goad you to because I want to see all the later levels.
There's
I'm
one
making
on
sure
both sides of that frickin' thing.
Your cheat codes are pretty simple to
Ah!
figure out right now. So
oh crap.
So you gotta, that's how you gotta get to that one, because
So
either
it's
side has
working-
got a hidden fall me down.
It's working great in VCC.
Are you able to share that? We can bring up yours.
I don't know.
Yes, and the great thing about VCC is the way that you can change the CPU speed on that. You could actually get close to what the Gimme X would be without any modification to the emulator. I think it was like 2.68, where the Gimme X is like 2.86. And so I upped that and I went in and modified some of these levels, and it was actually I was just like, how the hell am I going to beat this?
Now, did you guys say there were supposed to be some sounds as he's walking?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
hit
not.
the M key.
I'm not sharing sound.
No, but I'm not hearing
okay.
sounds in mine.
you have to hit the M key, Nick, to enable it.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's not on by default.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I'm missing a freaking gold brick
I'm not
somewhere.
reading. I'm not reading the effing manual. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
There is no FM manual yet.
Haha, you died. You're harsh.
Yeah. All right. So somebody, one of these Homer Gomers has got a gold bar or something, because I don't see it on the map anywhere.
Ah, crud.
I'm glad the
That's
game
greedy.
is free because I
There
have
it
to
is.
pay for therapy.
Right there, the upper left-hand corner.
Oh, the bag.
This
I
is
see.
excellent.
It's,
Love the way he swings. He's walking across the road.
Yeah.
it's no Nightmare Highway, but it's all right.
Yeah, I know, man. I went and I looked at.
You're trying to shoot for the
Nightmare
moon, but
Highway again,
Yeah.
and I was like, man, I'm gonna have to up this guy. So I was like,
Yeah.
my next game is gonna be High Res Highway.
Yes. I'm not sure this would really merit
whoops.
a interview in the newsletter or anything like that. So. Damn it!
It's a nice, early effort, I guess. Yeah.
I loved it. I thought it was actually very similar
This
to
is a great
one of the
tech
first
demo.
games that I wrote. Yeah, I loved it.
Demo chat.
It's not quite Gold Runner, but it's not bad.
Okay, so right now level 3 is my demon.
No, we shouldn't bite the head that feeds us today, guys.
Yeah, we just been joined by Tom C from Jersey.
Hey, Tom.
Good evening, fellas.
That prick.
So here's the thing. What I'm seeing over here, I've got some lag tonight, so I'm seeing like these little pauses in the game, and every time it happens, I'm freaking out because I think it just crashed.
I've seen a little bit of slowdown with all those waterfalls in that one level with the sound effects of the feed ad, but that's about it.
Oh no, these are like a good 2-second delay in the video that I'm seeing because of my connection at the moment.
Could be
so
just
it
hitting
pauses
pause
like
just to
that.
screw you up too. I don't know.
Oh no, I would know if it was paused.
Son of a effing mother effing. Okay, Terry Steggy's out there says this looks amazing, man. And when you die and you have to start over, you don't carry forward any of your other stuff either.
You do. You keep the points that you accumulate by collecting the gold. You don't go back. I mean, but it is refreshed and level, and you do have to collect all of that. That gold again.
Yeah.
You do have the opportunity to collect additional lives. In some of the levels, you'll see hearts that are sitting there. You grab those, and you'll be able to. Once you complete the level, you will get those. If you die or get caught before you finish the level, then you lose whichever ones you've collected. And when you collect one of those, you'll see a little heart down there on the in the lower left-hand corner.
What I think, what confused me a little bit too, just like my eyes playing tricks on me, but when I saw the money bag, that little brown sack, it kind of looked like a teddy bear's head or something at first, You
said sack.
I said little brown sack, so that doesn't apply to you, or does
gangster
it?
bonus.
So
was gangster intentional?
Gank.
Yes.
Yeah, he's been ganking people.
You kids and your language.
Yeah. And believe it or not, this is not the first time that I've used that word in a program. I back in the days of Napster, I created a client for
Now, kids,
on
back in the
Windows for
day.
Napster called Gangster, and I used an image of Riley from Boondocks. It's kind of the mascot of it, and yeah, it was a nice little program. But by the time I finished it, Napster had just gotten their asses handed to them in court, and were no more. They were pretty much gone, so it made all that effort useless. But I got to use the name, so I figured I'd go ahead and use it here because you're basically going. You're really taking your own stuff back in this particular story.
So what's the significance of brown money bags?
There are various prizes throughout the
there's rings and
levels.
stuff too. So
yeah, and those rings are actually placeholders, so there are some surprises.
Sorry.
But there are some. And each one of those does have a different value, or can have a different value associated with it. But in here they don't. They're all actually using the same value.
This is excellent.
Somewhere I'm missing a money bag somewhere.
oh shoot, there's two
And
there.
the reason for that is that the new score code has not been added in yet.
So it's got to be
Stupid invisible. Your stupid invisible block helped me in this case.
Yeah, they come in useful. I mean, and they are
Oh, not
placed
this time.
in in several locations in several maps to actually help you. I mean, there's something that can be utilized quite effectively in not just avoiding the gomers, but being able to collect the gold pretty quickly.
That seems uncharacteristically nice of you, Chet.
Barry Nelson's out there saying hello. Hey, Barry. We're watching Curtis's progress right now. I just finished level 3, I think it is.
I'm only on level 2.
Yeah.
So.
Are you able to share your screen, Nick, so we can show off yours, or is it not worth it? I don't want to.
Oh, I don't know. I've never tried it before.
Well, just on Zoom, you'd have to hit share screen, and
Yeah.
let me do this here too. I'm just wondering. I don't know if I have to change a setting to let more than one person share, so maybe not. Maybe we can take turns. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, Curtis is looking like you're on level 4 now, Curtis?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it looks good, man. The game's playing
This is
really well.
fantastic.
Yeah, the mechanics are great. It seems to be rock solid. The animations are
did you
really
die,
cool.
Curtis?
And there's plenty of challenge. There's challenge in the level. There's challenge in your opponents. There's challenge in,
You have to memorize where all the little hidden things are.
Yeah,
so you get through the level.
I just saw the bat. Okay, so when I'm going to be getting under your level now too. So this is our first introduction to the bat now. One of our
Yeah, it's just one just floating around, just randomly, just having a nice old day.
Yeah. Just doing this
I got a
bat.
couple on mine.
Yeah, look at that.
He's just flying around. He's just having a nice,
Okay.
good old day. He's a Sunday bat.
Tony Capolini. Hey, Tony Capolini, how you doing out there?
Fuck you. Sorry.
These Canadians are turning into
You know
real
the
foul-mouthed.
game's good when you hear that.
Yeah, when you get Canadians to swear, you know it's good, Chet. So.
Yeah, Paul did a
There.
wonderful job on the animations of both the Gomer and the main character. Not replaced the ones that I used in Digger 2 and the Gold Runner 2000 apps, and I was really glad to get rid of this because he did the Gomer is just it's a memorable character. It seems to be recognizable for in a lot of different forms to a lot of different people. So I think it's both of them are something that resonates with the players. And that's fantastic, particularly for a game like this where that is your main focus.
Right. No, it looks really good. It looks good.
Yeah, then I threw in the distractions from the background. So you got to keep watching for those.
And when I saw the dude, he looked like Homer Simpson, so I was calling him Homer, but his name is Gomer. But I guess he could be different things to different people, So
I've had there's Homer Simpson, there's Bluto.
From Popeye.
Some people have commented that the main character looks like Donald Trump. Some say it's what's his name,
Beavis and Butthead.
Troy McClure.
Oh, okay.
I had a Troy McClure on that one. I was actually happy about that one because I recognized the name.
Survival bonus? Nope.
Hey, Greg.
Yeah,
I like the way you say that. Nope.
So Barry's
That's awesome.
Barry Nelson is asking is this the Digger 3 holiday preview? No, this is not the holiday preview that was released last year. This is a sneak peek at the current build that Chet is working on.
Yeah, of the full game. Basically, a sneak peek of the full game.
Yeah, Paul Thayer is saying Beavis. So Paul Thayer.
We had a Beavis. The Beavis, yeah.
Don't make me smack you, Beavis.
That's not fair.
So
holy crap, there's a lot of treasure here in level whatever.
I think if I was going to add in any sound clip, it would have to be a Beavis.
Yeah.
Is there infinite lives on this one?
No infinite lives. Okay. I'm going for
Haven't
level 4 now.
died
Ron
yet.
Delvaux has just joined us.
Oh, that's what that silver thing is.
Oh, look at all the gold now. Now, is it just my imagination, or was the screen kind of moving up and down there for a second?
Oh, you can't dig with this green slime.
Oh,
that's sneaky, Chet. You can run over that silver thing the first time, and then you die.
Yes.
After being
Some of them take a while to trigger.
Oh, game over.
So you goad the player into thinking he's safe, and then you fry his brain. Yeah, great.
Yeah, because all you're doing is you're just standing there, but once you start moving, it's like, oh, hey, what's that? And if you stick around long enough, then you see it.
Paul Thayer says it was not intentional for him to look like Beavis, but the resemblance is remarkable.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
Oh, dude, that's evil. That spot there is evil.
So is it cheating if I warp to where I died?
No,
that's the whole point of the warp
is for.
So how do you do this? How do you get
I guess
through here? You can't.
If I made this 2-player, I could do player 2 to make him be a butthead.
Okay. Beavis and Butthead.
Beavis and Butthead do Digger 3.
Do that.
Fire!
Chet, I would love to see that.
Oh crap.
Actually, if I'd bothered to add like bombs and firecrackers or something that would actually make a good conversion or a good clone to do graphical clone to a Beavis and Butthead themed one.
I like Died or something. Yeah,
there you go. That would be perfect. That right there is perfect for that type of thing.
Oh, you can make the guy, Mr. Anderson. Aren't you them there boys? I saw there messing with my dog on the lawn. No, that was
and you've got a tremendous amount of material to sample from.
I need TP for my bunghole.
Be a burger world.
We could probably get this thing licensed at this point too. You know, you just talk to Mike Judge and hey, dude.
You got some evil stuff on this level 5 here, Chet.
Yeah. Well, you're on 5?
Yeah.
I'm Cornholio.
I'm the. Okay. I'm on the first bat round.
Yeah, but that's actually something that I can issue after the release because all it is a swap of one of the
right. That could be.
files.
You know what's so funny? This is what they do with like smartphone games all the time. The game is free, but all the add-on shit is what costs money. You could start to sell different theme packs with the skins and the samples and stuff.
Oh
Yeah.
no! It's like you want to play with joysticks? Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Yes, the joystick support module is only $49.95.
Right. You want to load it from disc? That's gonna be $10. Otherwise, you're gonna have to load it from cassette. Have fun.
Oh, evil.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's the model these days. Is that the in-game purchase?
Yeah.
Son of
I'm
a
just
bitch.
not down with that kind of crap.
Yeah.
Is there a pause key?
Yes.
There
P.
is. P for pause. There, look at that.
For peeing.
Yeah. It's the P key.
So actually, and this is one of the things that that I want to that I'm hoping to support in some of the newer joystick adapters and all that coming out. You know, a lot of them are supporting the third or multiple buttons in order for things like select and all that. And that makes it a lot easier if you want to do something like pause. It's much more natural these days to press select on those games. So I'd like to get little things like that in, and like I said earlier, I've got Digger 3 is actually pretty well prepped to accept new types of input.
Much like David Ladd.
Yeah.
Shut up, Stevie.
If it looks like David Ladd and it quacks like David Ladd, it's David Ladd.
David
when I was
Ladd's.
looking,
I just figured out you have to time the spikes.
yes.
What level are you on, Curtis?
5.
I'm on 4.
How do you tell what level you're on when you're in the middle of the game?
You don't.
You just memorize them as you go, Steve.
Okay.
Just know you're on level 1, Steve.
That's something that I may have to add that to the pause scene. That is actually kind of cool to know.
Oh, yeah, there's that.
But and somebody did ask me this. I forget who it was about the pause scene because it goes back to the tech scene, and they asked me if I was gonna, do something like I've done with the title scene and all that. And the answer is no, because if you're pausing my games, you're not getting anything fancy. I'm not gonna waste my time for you to pause my game.
Right.
I'm just not gonna do it.
Okay, Amigos Retro Gaming. They're saying, hey fellas, what are the requirements to run Digger 3? So it's just a CoCo 3 of 512K, right? No 6309.
Yep, it's just a stock 68 3 or 68 or 9 512K machine.
Thank you for that, Chet.
You're welcome. I do
And
recommend.
Amigo, you can let John Schaller know boat there that it'll work on his too then.
Yeah, and two
I will get a 6309 one day, but not yet.
It will be mine.
Down level
Oh,
5.
yes.
There's 6309s are pretty cheap. They're like,
Yeah,
Oh,
$5.
It's not the
Yeah.
6309, it's the getting it installed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, well, I have
Or he's got some experience doing soldering again. Now you can do it, right?
yeah.
I
I was just gonna say after the work I did the other day, it's I've got inspired to be able to do more hardware.
So this is
I may have the
Curtis's
lead on someone
progress
can-
right now.
Yeah.
The
I may have the
more,
lead.
huh?
I may have the lead on someone in Canada.
Oh wow! So is that level?
Yeah.
Oh, I see a ring up there, or a pacifier, or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
For me, it's
This
probably
was,
Pacifier.
This level was actually in the preview.
Okay.
but there's been some tweaks made to it, and it's been of course it's been merged in with the rest of the levels. So.
Okay, let's watch Curtis here for a second.
Yeah, this particular area down here is quite
Evil.
different.
Ooh, look at the gray bricks now.
Oh,
That's a new color to the palette that I have not seen
Color.
yet. Yeah, new color to the palette that you have going on here.
You're so French.
Yeah. Hey, Nick.
Yo.
Playing on
Lay screw yourself.
Screw-a-vous, I believe is what you mean.
Screw-a-vous, yes. You can have a menage a un. Or
I believe it's pronounced menage a trois.
well, for you it'd be a menage a one. So that's how you go screw yourself. So.
That's from Seinfeld. I believe it's pronounced menage a trois.
Trois?
Oh no! Ah!
I don't know why. The first time I saw that money bag, I thought it was like a little teddy bear head or something. Now that I see it, it's like so obvious that it's a money. Oh, now we have some red spikes in there. So we got blue spikes and red spikes. Yeah, the pixel look in this thing is just really good.
Yeah, I was quite happy when I got it up on real hardware, particularly having it CM8. It looks fantastic on
RGB.
hardware.
Yeah.
It's just,
Hey,
it's
Greg
great.
Mikey's out there. How you doing, Greg Mikey? Or is it Mickey? Greg Mickey?
One of the things that I did try to do when I was doing some of the background tiles, particularly like the the dark ones that you see here, was to make sure that they look good with scan lines.
Did I beat level 3 yet? I don't remember.
Yeah, you beat level 3.
So I'm warping to 4 now?
Ah!
Is this the level I'm on now? The
Sorry,
classic?
guys.
This is it, yeah. Okay, so this is level 4. Okay. This one's a bitch, man. For me right now, level 4 is my demon.
So I take it you found the issue you were having the other day.
Yeah.
So far it's solid.
Yeah, I mean, there's I've played through quite a few of the levels several times. I know that quite a bit of death and despair has gone on here tonight. And more will come. So I think right now, yeah, it's pretty solid. So I'm pretty confident in that, which is really good because this is, it was the type of issue that can, really derail a project.
Done.
What are you on now, Al Curtis?
That was 6, so I'm on to 7, I guess.
Oh wow, you're a freaking beast right now.
Yeah.
these warp codes are hard to figure out.
Yeah,
Those are not the final warp codes, just to let you know.
Yeah, it's not going to be that easy.
Hey, that's the first time I've gotten a kindness bonus.
Oh, nice.
I can go 3 there, looks like.
So kind.
Oh, you son of a bitch! You made me fall all the way through there.
Yeah, that kind of gets to be a pain in the ass, and then you have to deal with those guys.
Okay, I hate when there's 2 of them one on top of the other and you can't tell.
Yeah, and believe it or not, I totally agree. That is an absolutely terrible thing, and that is something that I'm working on changing. That's one of the defects that I've got to update.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say that was on purpose. Just
No, that's actually a side effect of just the the way the AI is. And there was never any accounting.
Oh yeah, because they think the same way.
I think Loadrunner may have done that too, though. Had them on top of each other.
Yeah, it did.
You had to. It was one on top of the other. There was a lot of collision detection, so there are going to have to be a few changes in order to account for that. But I don't think that's going to be too much of an issue.
Oh,
so you are going to change that.
Evil. Am I evil?
My goal is absolutely to get that changed for the release because it just makes it for a terrible. It's not part of the design, at least of this game.
Yeah, because you just can't tell.
Right.
There's no defense against it.
Well, that's also one of those things where you think, where it's a happy accident, and you go, oh, it's a feature.
Are you Bob frickin' Ross right now with your happy accidents there?
Happy little accidents.
Getting slapped down like that I'm perfectly okay with. So when you drop in on them like that, that's just kind of rude.
Oh, there's one of the parts where you go behind scenery too.
Yeah. That scenery there that you can go behind, that's not diggable, right?
Right.
Oh no!
Like the green
Yeah,
bricks.
but the curtains, I thought you liked going behind the curtains.
David, why are you
Not
in
at
here?
your house, son.
Guys and gentlemen,
I'm sorry.
creepy
I
David
told
Ladd.
him they were on Zoom.
Shoot!
Oh!
It's doing so well.
Yeah, this was one of the things that I added, starting with the preview last year, was that based on the number of levels that I was going to do, and the difficulty scale that was going to occur, I figured that throwing in being the ability to collect some extra lives along the way might be nice. So there are some in here that are a couple of levels that probably could do with a couple of extra that will get thrown in. So.
Okay, an invisible block by the end of a rope is evil.
That's why I got to memorize the levels.
Oh, son of a biscuit. That one there.
Oh, I'm not saying change it. I'm saying it's just a jerk. I'm just calling you a jerk.
Now, here's one of those parts where you go behind.
Oh yeah, you're going behind stuff. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, get real comfortable with that. And the overlay stuff makes it really hard not to be a total ass about some of the stuff on these levels.
Yeah, where you can't even tell where your exits are and stuff.
Right, because I was testing some of that stuff just a couple of days ago with I was like level 16 or 17 or something, and even I was like, man, that's pretty dick. It was absolutely terrible because it just you die almost every time you went into that area.
Okay, this is what I need to figure out. There's something over here I need to get. Yes, that last gold freaking thing over there is the pain in the butt right now.
I just got bit by the same thing Nick did.
Yeah, one thing you gotta learn though is, you can make these guys work for you. If you actually learn their behavior, and of course the behavior you're experiencing now, I wouldn't get used to that because that's going to change randomly. You can actually anticipate some of that. I mean, that's kind of the nature of these games, but on these I good luck, because they have a randomness to them that is actually based on various factors, including timing.
There are patterns you can do, right? Because I seem to have started the same way.
Right. Right. That's and you'll see some areas where it seems like they've gotten stuck, and those are certainly issues that I'm addressing. That's actually part of the list of issues that I have with it. That's one of those niceties that as that changes, there and that randomness is actually expanded upon, or at least in how it affects it.
Oh, that's evil.
There's less and less patterns. And you guys are seeing more patterns because you're using which would be more of a public pre-release kind of thing, whereas I've got some stuff on mine which in my test branches that go a lot beyond that, because there's things in here where you see where they go to the end of the ladder and then they just go up, they always go up, where they should usually just fall off the end of
I hate the green bricks.
Right.
This is excellent.
See, and the thing though is that even you could know even a lot about how the AI works, and even be able to anticipate all of that randomness, and they'll still get you. I mean, I wrote the thing, and they smack me around quite often.
Wow.
Barry, it makes for interesting game testing though.
Absolutely. Barry's asking, where do you get it? And I guess you're going to make it available at some point when it's ready.
When it's available, I'm going to send it over to the Color Computer Archive.
There you go.
And then there will probably be a couple of other delivery methods make it available for people until it becomes activated on there. Although I'll probably try to get in contact with them ahead of time to see I'm going to send it to you here on this date. Can you kind of get it up there and make sure it's ready for everybody?
Right.
So I'm actually playing with a PS2 controller.
Isn't that wonderful?
Paulo Garcia says graphics
that's
are
like-
Amiga quality. Very good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
These are amazing graphics.
Oh, Paul just gave us a tip. Paul says I often use Gomers to collect gold in the trap-like area. So you like what Chet was saying. You can have them work for you.
Yep.
Yeah,
I consider that a bug. Nobody should work for free.
How much are you charging for this again?
It's free.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. I'm going to go grab another beer so David Ladd starts to sound better to me. I'll be back here in just a minute. So.
You better grab a couple of beer for that.
Yeah, I don't know if there's enough in the world.
Yeah, see, a lot of the thing is, a lot of the problems that I ran into with this is carryovers from the original Digger 2 code base and just not being designed to handle this kind of stuff. And you're gone.
Kind of dug yourself into a hole there, Curtis.
Yeah, I had no choice.
Yeah.
I've gotten real familiar with recognizing doom.
Doom and gloom.
Yep.
Yeah, no, he dug a couple of holes and they went up the ladder and went around. And by the time they got around, the holes were still there. So he walked into one. Basically.
I was boned, I believe is the correct word that Aaron used.
That's the
level 4 is kicking my butt.
Technical term.
The first 3 were pretty easy to get past, but 4 is giving me some trouble.
Well, that's good. You want that progressively.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, nothing I'm saying is a complaint. Everything is awesome.
Yeah.
Ah, shoot.
Even when I say I hate this and I hate that, it's the game itself is fantastic. I'd say dying.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's got to be challenging to keep you coming back, right?
Well, yeah, exactly. No, this is a perfect difficulty.
What level are you on now, Curtis?
7.
Bill the Judas says looks fantastic. How you doing out there, Bill? That's high praise from a guy who plays real arcade games.
Yeah.
Co-author of our CoCo Underdog book, Bill. Hey, Bill. John Mount says looks great. Hey, John. Thanks for being here. I'm gonna switch back. Okay, so I think I am moving on to I'm moving on the 4. Oh, okay, if my warp code is 5,
That means
what does that mean? That means I just completed 4?
No, that's the last place you warp to is 5.
Okay, I'm confused.
Oh shoot!
If my
you've completed level 4.
Okay.
And your warp code takes you to the next.
Okay,
level.
which means when I press dig to continue, I'm starting level 5. Okay, and then
No.
Brian Weezer is asking what are the system requirements. It's 512K CoCo. Standard 6809 is fine. It also runs on 2 meg because I have actually got a 6309. I'm not bragging. I'm just saying, but I've got a 6309 and 2 megabytes of RAM. Now how badly do you hate me?
How do you like me now?
I got 8 meg and a 639 on one of mine.
You prick.
I'm playing on an 8 gig machine with
8 gigabytes. I've got a solid state hard drive in my CoCo. I've got water cooled opti-lithium triglyceride processor.
I have noticed something that's missing in the game.
What's that, Braza?
When you get the shit players that play it and you get that haha you died, Chet should put a smart ass comment saying, haha, guess what, mate? Quit while you're ahead. You're never going to make the high score range. Get out.
You're a loser. It's like you're a slacker, McFly.
Those are.
I've always been a slacker.
Those are actually random. I only have one in there because I don't want to spoil what all of them are.
Right.
Because I did put a few minutes into thinking about them, and I wanted to make sure people enjoy them. So.
Yeah.
If you want.
I finished level 4.
If you really want to insult somebody when they die, to say, "Hey, Stevie Stroke could do better than this." That's an insult.
I mean, I did consider putting in here just one. It's like if you die without getting any gold, it just pops up and says, "You really suck."
You really suck.
No, you should say hi, Stevie.
But I decided to be a little bit meaner than that.
Oh,
because,
there's lots of
if-
gold on
yeah,
5.
Okay.
Oh, spikes.
Yeah, spikes are fun.
No, they're not. I hate them. I get too excited and run into the stupid things.
I gotta time it. You gotta just time it when they open up.
Okay, so I'm gonna jump back to mine. So I'm getting ready to start level 5. What level are you on, Curtis?
7.
Curtis is a little bit ahead of me. That's okay. We will play catch up. Where are you at, Nick Marotta?
5.
Okay, so you're right where oh, look at this, dude. There's lots of gold here. Holy shnikes.
Yeah.
Look at this. You start
And
off with a
spikes.
shit pile of gold.
Oh, damn spike.
Yeah, you really have to plan ahead. I mean, because it's really difficult to kind of get by them when you've got a couple of gomers on your back.
Oh, like here's your first experience having to deal with timing the freaking bats. Oh, son of a bitch, those bats suck. All right.
Oh, the spikes.
Haha, you died.
Where's the damn jump button?
The first point.
You don't get to jump, son.
I know.
You're too busy. You're too loaded down with gold bricks and crap, or you can't jump.
That was exactly my reasoning.
Frickin' Gomer, son of a bitch.
I'd considered at one point of adding the ability to jump to it, but I was like, no, man, you can't carry that much.
Nah.
Jump. That's just physically impossible. Because carrying on that gold is.
You know what? You could make it like a woman in her purse. You could use the gold bar bag to swing and hit the enemy.
You're not getting sexist here now, are you, David?
I'm triggered.
I'm from a different era, Steve.
Just so you know, David,
Oh,
I identify as a woman without a purse, so I found that comment offended. Oh shit! I just fell in a hole. Damn it!
No! Oh, you Curtis! You were there, Curtis.
I know.
You should have just went straight to the bottom and then ran across to the left side.
Shit.
We got a haha, you died.
Level 5 is intense.
Yeah, level 5 is heavy, man. There's just lots of content going on here. Lots of timing to take involved. Haha, you died.
I take it you only have it set up for one person to stream at a time?
That's as far as sharing.
That was a dumb move.
I don't. Let me see something. If I go to view options, fit to window, 50% of window, no. 100% original size.
No.
Zoom ratio, fit to window. And then I have annotate side-by-side mode.
Yeah.
Okay, now I've got a side-by-side mode with you guys. I don't know if that's any better or any worse. But I can see you guys a little bit better when you're talking.
This is freaking awesome.
I think there is a way to have more people share, but I think I have to change it on the website for Zoom, and I'd have to end the whole call, blah blah blah. So.
Ellen Huffman said on Facebook, nothing brings out the profanity quite like a good video game.
Yeah, right. Yeah. If somebody else wants to share, just let Curtis know and ask him to stop, and then give somebody else a turn.
You just don't want to see me getting past levels you can never get to.
Oh, Curtis.
Now you understand why I've been so vocal lately in Discord.
No, mate, we haven't noticed anything.
Yeah,
Oh,
it looks good.
They have been quite irritating.
No way, man.
I'm just waiting for Chet to get fed up with all of us and just waste through all 30 levels in one shot.
Okay.
No, that's I considered playing, but I realized that there's just too many tricks with that I would rather that the players discover themselves.
That's a great trick. Oh, son of a mother. But a good way to get past those bats would be just to dig a hole and drop down too. So, now I'm dead. Okay, so is my warp code 005 000?
Oh, those double up guys. That drives you mad every time.
I should know better by now.
Man. They don't start activating until you walk near them.
Yeah, kind of sucks, doesn't it?
It does. Who would design
Evening, dudes.
something? Who would design something so evil?
B.
Someone called Chet that just likes to infuriate people.
Yeah, and you have to wonder whether or not that timing is going to be consistent too.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I mean,
So they're
there's-
not
there's-
exactly timed alike, aren't they? There's a difference in those spikes.
There, you know, there certainly can be. I don't know if anybody here will experience them.
I swear there is a difference in it because sometimes I was getting killed even when I watched them fully go down.
That's actually due to. I mean, you're actually getting caught up in a couple of little specks that are sticking up.
Oh, I just got hit by a spike.
That's why.
Jesus Christ! I
Yeah.
just lost one of my baby makers.
But this game is definitely Amiga.
Yeah.
Eat your heart out.
Evening, guys. How you doing?
Hey,
Guys having fun?
Paulie.
Hey, Paul.
I
Hey,
couldn't
Paul.
resist but get on.
This is excellent. Oh, come on.
There it is.
Paul Thayer the Slayer has joined us.
Yeah, I'll be nice and not play any of the levels for you, though, Steve.
Yeah, imagine you probably finished most of them already.
Yeah, I had to. Well, I tested them for a while, so yeah.
Those spikes suck.
Yes, they do.
It looked
So-
like the timing was changed on the spikes, Chet. Is that true?
Yeah, there's. I've made several tweaks. to,
Oh, and I like
how
the
that's-
sound it makes too.
Cool.
Or when you're climbing up.
When the spikes shoot out.
I haven't heard that then.
Ah, yeah,
It's,
they're
it's new.
oh.
It's new actually in this version. It's something.
Yeah,
that
that's
just
what I thought.
added.
Same as when you're climbing a ladder, you've got a sound for it now, haven't you?
The
No,
animations-
those have always been in there.
Yeah, you had to
just
turn them
never
on with the M
noticed
key.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even the Christmas preview had that.
Oh, okay. I just never noticed before. The M key.
And there's also a sound in there for the Golgothan and the slime monster or the goo monster, whatever.
Go Gotham, or what do you call it? The shit monster.
Yeah, Curtis is doing
Shit
good.
demon.
Am I watching Curtis right now?
There's different
Nah,
views.
this is
yeah.
Stevie. This
Well,
is Stevie.
I
at
have
the
one
moment.
view. My view right now says, haha, you died because I'm paused, but Curtis is
Oh,
actively
okay.
playing. So Curtis is a level or two ahead of me right now.
Yeah. Okay. Then I'm seeing
Oh,
Curtis
there's 3 of 'em.
playing.
Yeah, okay.
Oops.
I'm getting ready to retry level 5 right now.
I was lagging so bad in Facebook, man. It was ridiculous. I don't know if anybody else was getting that, but
Oh,
Now, will the spikes get the Gomers?
No.
Nope.
They set them. They know how to move around them. They're pretty bright guys.
Yeah, they look it. Can you make the guy come out? Oh, you can.
Rondo
can make-
Rose says,
Make
fun
them
is
come off the
being
rope
had.
if you want,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
yeah, you have to stand still, but they'll drop just in front of you.
There's
Bob.
a double up. You can tell that one. See that I don't mind.
I think I learned a trick. Maybe.
Yeah, I was saying in the chat earlier that this game does actually a really good job of like increasing your skills as a player as you progress. You learn different
Right.
tricks here and there.
Oh shit!
that's it. Should be the last one, eh, Curtis?
Yeah.
There.
He made it.
Finally.
Level 8.
Good job,
Yeah.
Curtis.
Yeah. See the thing, and the good thing about those kind of tricks that you learn is that in throughout,
I forgot to
the
warp.
playing and the development of the levels. I've been able to say, okay, that's a nice little trick. Let's go ahead and take that and actually place stuff in a particular level so that you can utilize that particular trick or lend itself well to that trick. So if you get into the habit of doing something like that, it may come in useful in a later level.
Yeah. Hey, nice job on the kindness bonus there, Curtis.
Oh, did I do that again by accident? Shoot.
Wow.
I want to kill all these people. They're kinda
What
picking me
drives
off.
what drives the kindness bonus? You don't
Not
kill
killing
any of
them.
them. Yeah.
Now, Chet, I don't know if this is intentional, but I was in the hole with a Gomer beside me, and I was able to dig a hole under the Gomer,
Yeah.
but nothing happened. He didn't fall or anything.
Yeah, they
Correct.
won't. They hold on pretty well to that one until they can climb out. Unfortunately, sometimes they get crushed when it closes up.
But I didn't know if that was intentional. I could dig a hole under them.
Yeah. Yeah, it's actually that right there is something to taunt you. Because you can dig a hole and you can go.
Nice job, Curtis.
Yeah, I dug a hole and said, "Oh, good, he's gonna fall." Oh no, he didn't.
Yeah,
This level sucks,
You just
Curtis.
messed the bug off.
This is excellent, chat. This is really freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Alan Huffman says it'd be fun to have the game debut at the fest and give everyone a chance to get the highest soar for the weekend for a prize. To get the highest soar. I think the
Don't release it till April?
highest soar
Are you
count will
kidding
go to David.
The one who gets the best calluses wins.
highest score gets a free copy.
Yeah.
Of the game.
That's just mean, Steve. Oh my god.
Yeah, so no, actually, what you want to have, if you want to have something like a digger competition, I mean, you want to take 4 or 6 levels that are custom designed, and I can certainly do that over the next couple months. That gives you some time to go ahead and do it. They're fresh levels. Nobody has any idea what's on them, what they can do with it.
Yeah, definitely.
And then let them have it something like that. That's actually a pretty doable thing.
Star Fox did that competition edition.
But make sure Paul doesn't get access to them early either. That's
I won't.
That's cool. That's cool.
I'll own you guys anyway. I don't need early releases.
That's probably true.
All right, I'm gonna try this level 5 shit again because
I love the animation when he walks across the rope and swings his legs. That's so
I'm
cool.
screwed.
Thanks.
Yeah, you screwed yourself by going
That
up
was
there.
Paul, eh?
You're
The animation.
fine. Yeah.
Really excellent.
Thank you. Have you guys noticed the Gomer bellies bouncing up and down as they walk too?
Yes. The animation, it's really animated, this whole game. It's really good.
Yeah.
Seems very much seems very alive.
What is it, Duff beer or something for Homer, isn't it?
I could actually make that one of the prizes. That I
You need a sloshing sound, yeah.
Oh.
No.
Yeah, they like to gang up on you.
Hey Tony Jacques, how are you?
Hey Chet, are you leaving the warp codes at 4 digits?
No, actually, I think they're going to be 6.
Okay.
Either that or mix letters and numbers.
Yeah.
Like you did on the original.
Too easy.
Yeah, they will be, and they will not be the same for each level. I mean, once you get one, I mean, it may not be the only one.
Right.
I don't know how to get those goals.
Game is free.
There's so many things you have to keep your eyes on. Like I'm watching the bat trying to time him, and the damn Gomer's coming down the ladder.
Yep.
Oh man.
Game is free, but warp
It
codes.
is sensory overload, man.
Oh, I keep falling through the exact same hole.
That's what she said.
And that's one of the great things about the having the spikes is that you get to change that type of thing up. You have an obstacle that you have to.
Oh god! Oh god!
Oh,
nothing you can do there. That sucked.
Bone.
I'd say.
If you can, Curtis, if you can get those guys to I don't think you can get them down there to get that stuff out. Now I think.
No, they're really hard to get down there. It gives you a lot of time to get through it, but I just got to figure out the right order to do it in.
Yeah, exactly. I think what I did on this one was I ended up digging my way out of it and doing half and then going back by getting them all to go over to the left and then going back right when they were on a path to go to the left. You know what I'm saying? It's tough.
Have you looked at this on your CM8, Chet? Because I like.
Yes, I have.
It looks beautiful.
I've gone through and looked at every single level because I have an invincibility mode.
Okay.
So I can go through and explore the whole thing, and I've gone through each of the levels through the different iterations. I've looked at them on the CM8 since I got it all set up.
Yeah.
And everything looks wonderful on it. It's absolutely fantastic.
Oh, that was a tight one there, Curtis.
Well, I could have made that one. I just went to. Whoa, what was that?
Okay.
That was me sighing.
Oh, I love that.
And for Curtis.
Well, that was a hell of an explosion.
Yeah, right. Where's Bill Noble when you need him?
Yeah, that EMP pulse there.
All right. I'm going to pick up where my level 5 where I am stuck right now and see what I can do here.
Steve, what beer are you drinking?
Right now I'm drinking Guinness.
Nice.
I drank my last Stella. Now I'm on to the Guinness.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Chet, this works with really well on MAME with a 8-bit Go.
Oh shit, dude, that guy
controller.
Knocked down the other ladder.
Yeah, I've been testing it with
Go up.
a
There you go.
a controller that's got
Oh,
thumb pads or thumbsticks on it, and
Oh, yeah.
it works really well. And then yesterday I picked up
Stupid
the
bat.
the CoCo 3 that I got from Sheldon McDonald, and the joy pads that he included, which are just absolutely spectacular. So it's I definitely recommend that type of thing if you are kind of like a casual game player.
Did I pick a different level?
It seems to work, and
Yeah, I think you
experience,
did.
of course, use whatever
I didn't want to do
is
that.
comfortable with you. But we've tried to make sure that the controls are pretty well across it, as long as you're good with that controller.
I'm using the digital pad of a PS2. It's really good.
Where do you get this? How do I get my hands on this to play this right now?
Oh, here, hang on. I forgot you have not got the
Private.
latest version yet. Where-
Okay, of course. Okay.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it's-
Whoop, there it is. Oh,
I'm gonna
love
take a break from the most boring thing ever, which is compiling sprites, and play this for a little bit.
Oh!
I was down to like 3 of these things, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man. This level.
I ran under a Gomer just as he was falling on me. It was so exciting. And I made it.
Chet.
Oh, the
You
adrenaline
know-
rush.
You know, Chet, the way this has been playing is like some of the retro games I play on Steam all the time. Damn, man, you could probably convert this into a PC game and probably make a boat.
Oh, I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. Absolutely.
And interesting story revolving around that. The game was actually prototyped on a PC. The and it in fact, there's actually still comments in there from that original, particularly around the AI and the rendering, because some of that, as far as like structure and approach and all of that, I wanted to do something in a language like C, which made it a little bit easier to work with, and then that was taken and translated into assembly. But yeah, I think I would. I mean, I might look at looking at something like moving it over to that, but I think at that point I would probably look at using the Williams hardware first, porting it to something like that, and then I don't know, going to an emulator.
Oh, man, that's evil. I just dropped right through the damn crowd.
Oops.
No, son of a...
Tell us how you really feel. about
Right.
that.
You mean
That's it.
Chet, right? You're insulting Chet, right? This is his damn fault.
Don't let the fear hold you back. Just
Every death is his
Oh
fault.
wow, you got 3 of them coming at you.
Yeah, I think I'm boned.
Yeah,
you
but
are.
you can actually
Frickin'
get out
Gomers.
of that pretty easily.
No, you're good. Go.
No.
Go.
Chet, look at the
Yeah.
misery you're causing tonight.
Oh, there's no misery here. I'm having
Oh, I know,
fun,
I'm
son
just
of a
teasing.
bitch.
So I have not gotten past level 5 right now. That's my demon.
Oh, but Stevie, I'm catching up. I'm on like level 3 now.
Wow.
Yeah, get him to follow you to the left side there,
Yeah,
Curtis.
that's what I'm planning on.
Yeah, you're gonna have. Oh, look at him.
Thank God you don't have time limits.
Yeah, it's not
Too
bad
many
idea.
ideas.
I was gonna say you just
Yeah.
gave Chet an idea there.
No
Oh, I did the
time
exact
limit.
same
No,
stupid.
that's just being real cruel if you put a time limit on it.
Yeah, I do have the functionality in there for that though.
Don't you even think about it.
No, it's actually in there for things like that. The the competition mode that we were talking about earlier.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
Ah.
It was just something that it's nothing that's ready for production. It's just something that I had been playing around with at one point. But yeah, I've got like a few little things like that I've played around with the digger engine that has helped. I mean, for me, the whole thing is really just one giant prototype and, for testing some of the new ideas that I've had.
That's the nice thing about it now that it's complete. You can because they're using it for other stuff and whatnot.
I won't be using this engine again.
Oh, really?
Right. Yeah. This is. There are certainly portions of it that I've written over the past year and a half that I will be using, and that was one of the reasons why they were Digger made such a great prototype environment for that was like integrated. So things like converting or authoring the stuff in tiled, converting it over, integrating that, loading in, and all of that stuff. All of that functionality is there. So I mean, that's new stuff that I've written specifically for my next project, and it happens to be used here in Digger 3, and I know that it works, so I can move forward with that with all of that work that's been done.
Okay, I'm back on level 5 again.
He said next project.
This is excellent.
I have a Zoom question. How do I get my game screen up on there without every time I try to share, it tells me that Curtis is sharing, so I can't.
Yeah, only one person.
And I don't want to do that.
Only one person.
Let me see,
but I want
see
it
if
to
I
be
can
like.
change it.
I don't need to
Okay, hold on. I might have just multiple participants can share. Go ahead and try it right now. I think I just found the setting.
It works.
There goes the bandwidth.
Now I gotta find. Oh, there we are. Perfect. Ooh. Thank you.
Yeah, I gotta say this. I believe this is.
What the hell was that?
Yeah, this is Curtis. The level that Curtis is playing. It was just a blast to
look at
create
that
and to test it. I loved doing that level.
I can see 3 people sharing now, but can you see them side by side somehow? I guess not.
I'm trying to see.
Oh yeah!
I don't see more than one share right now. Oh, I see.
I see David,
sessions.
Curtis, and
Paulie. Yeah.
But I don't see them on as I'm looking at it right now. Side by side mode, Zoom, fit to window.
Oh, so you got to
so I can
side
switch.
by side mode,
I can
and
drop
then you
down
can
and switch.
select.
Okay, so here's David Ladd's view right now. Okay, here is Paulie T's. All right. I wish there was a way to show all of. Oh, Paul's running it in VCC 1.43. He's got the welfare version of VCC.
Hey man, shit works.
Got no eyes.
1.3 wrote Timberman, so
yeah.
Get over it.
That's funny.
I see David's screen now.
Yeah, well, that's good that it works on even the older emulators, so.
Yeah, although I actually have considered adding code in there to detect whether or not it's being played on an emulator and then just choke.
Oh, there's 2 of them there, isn't there? Nope, I guess not.
And then charge additional money if you want to play on the emulator.
Oh no, you wouldn't be able to get that. I mean, you want to buy me? That's going to cost you a lot, and I don't think anybody's going to pay that.
No, we were joking earlier about. We were joking earlier about giving away the game free, and then additional functionality you had to pay for. And it's like, oh, you want to play on VCC? That's an extra $5.
No, I just thought after I waited about a year to get this sucker on real hardware, and it's much different than playing it in an emulator. I mean, this is the type of game that you really do want to play on emulator, and I highly recommend if you've got a CRT, get it out. You'll want to use it because there is a much different feel to the game like that. You get those scan lines, and a lot of the art is geared towards that.
Right.
Yeah. You got me wanting to get my CRT out. I'm gonna do that tomorrow. So, I just want to remind anybody who might be watching right now that we put out a call to action asking for people to give us suggestions on who to recognize. We're going to do a kind of community celebration tomorrow and recognize the people who have been doing stuff for the CoCo. And it doesn't have to be a large thing. It can be anything, like just doing artwork or being active in Facebook, or if you make hardware or you make software, that's great too. But we want to kind of recognize our community members. We put out that call to action. I've gotten a handful, literally maybe 4 or 5 people have submitted things. So I did not get a lot of contributions. We've been putting our brains together. We've got a decent list, but I know my concern is we're not going to remember everybody. Somebody's going to slip through the cracks, and all I can do is ask. And we're running out of time. I've got to put the presentation together tomorrow before the show. So if anybody can think of anybody that we need to recognize, either yourself or anyone else you want to make sure we don't forget, make sure you send us an email to CoCoTalk@CoCoTalk.live so we can get these people, give them the shout out and the pat on the back that they deserve for just being in the community and doing something in the community. You know, it could be anything, you know? So shoot us that out. On Facebook Live, Darren Ottery says, very cool. Tony Jacques says, hey, guys. And Nick Brockwinkle says, looks great, guys.
Whatever. I'm sorry.
Yeah, right. Ron Delvaux asked the question. Ron said, have you considered having a handicap guy, like one arm comes off, then he can only go in circles like a NASCAR driver? I mean,
interesting idea.
I don't know if I have to go that far. I mean, obviously, if you look and you play enough levels, you do get the impression that there's a lot of inbreeding going on here, because there are a lot of they really do look a lot alike.
Yeah.
So I think they're already kind of headed in that direction where Darwin says they're near extinction. So
okay.
But yeah, that's
woohoo! I got all 3 bonuses. Sorry.
Ooh.
Oh, old Curtis. I wish there was a way to show more than one game side by side.
And I have to say, you can tell a programmer did this because the warp codes are now in hex. I'm on level 10A.
That's for laziness, man. It's like I'm using this for testing. I'm not going to all that trouble of converting to decimal. Screw that.
No.
The lava pit. Oh, that sounds.
I have not died yet.
Oh, you're gonna love that level. You're gonna love.
Yeah,
that
the lava
level.
pit's sweet. You can use the you can really use the terrain to your advantage in that level.
God
dang
it. Sorry.
Whoop, it is. Whoop.
David's getting excited.
And I got spikes to contend with too.
There it is.
All right, what's going on here? Who's got the gold?
I got gold.
David is so damn creepy.
But Stevie, I've worked so hard at it.
Yeah, I'm really starting to get the impression that floppy drives emit a tremendous amount of radiation.
Some sort of mind-altering chemicals or something.
Boy, you are damaged.
Oh boy, you don't know how much.
Oh yeah, I've pretty good idea.
Would you like to join me?
I'm guessing these Gomers are carrying some of my gold. I can't see any left.
So, I mean, could you imagine how annoying it is if you're trying to run away from them? They're just like a couple of pixels behind you, and then they just pull out their pig sticker and shock you with it.
That
I don't
suck.
no. This has got enough shit in it, man.
Yeah, no, we were talking about that earlier. It's
Oh, that was not a real thing. It was a joke.
No.
Yeah, I remember at CoCo Fest
Thank God, my heartbeat.
At CoCo Fest when David pulled out his pig sticker, it shocked me.
I think it shocked everybody.
Another level. Woohoo!
Did he tell you you have pretty lips?
Fuck! I landed on the fucking spike when I fell down through the fucking hole.
That's what you get for making David Ladd jokes.
Did David Ladd tell you have a pretty mouth?
Guys are just evil. Come on.
I honestly think I may have to add a level called the Grease Weasel.
The Grease.
I may. I mean that if I've got and if I had enough time between actually polishing everything up and between it actually gets released, I could add extra art for that. I mean, I'll just put up like a big old like a billboard or something in the background that says "Buy your grease weasel today."
So, Paulie, any warnings on level 11?
I don't remember it right off the top of my head. What's the name of it?
Let me see.
All
The
right.
Three Ninjas.
I'm gonna.
I love this level.
My warning is get out as fast as you can, dude, because that level's horrendous. I don't have any good advice for that one.
Oh, wait, no,
Okay,
it's behind
let's
one.
watch
Okay.
Curtis on the Three Ninjas level right now because he's definitely further in the game than I. Oh man, this got a lot of rope.
That's the one that I told Curtis about.
Look at the lava down there. Oh man,
It's just pure evil.
He just dove right on in.
And you dropped that dude in the lava too.
Yeah, it's fun.
because you can't see it.
Oh,
you
shit.
can't see.
And you dropped yourself.
Smells like Canadian bacon.
I saw the snow outside here. Decided I need to warm up a bit. That's all.
That's the level I spent 5 minutes racing around the countryside trying to find this gold. I couldn't find it. And then I went, Curtis, I can't find the last gold. He goes, and he goes, those bags of gold have got to get picked up as well. I went, I thought it was just the friggin' ones that the bloody Homer Simpson drops.
Hey, Brian, can you think of anybody that we might not have remembered to include in our little thing tomorrow? People we want to recognize? You've been around for a while.
Man.
You're screwed.
That's a quote you got to put it in the game digitized.
You're screwed?
Have that little warning as soon as you get to that point, man, you're screwed, and then just watch it die.
I don't know. I've got to
I think
about
Chet
that
gets
one,
dishonorable mention.
I think we might just go through the members list in Facebook and go through it all, eh? Just go through all the A's to Z's and just say everybody. Just it might take a day or two, but we'll get through it.
Kip Kuhn just said, "Hey guys, hey Kip, how you doing?"
Hey Kip.
Kip Kuhn.
Oh, you got Richard Kelly in there, haven't you? You're going to mention him?
Richard Kelly, is he the guy who runs the Facebook group?
Nah, he's the one that does all those.
Oh yeah, Richard
he does
Kelly.
his own games.
Yeah, Retro Rick.
He's got definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely got to give him
what
a
is it?
mention.
What, you know who we also need to recognize though is the guy who created the Facebook group. What's his name?
That's Derek Snyder.
Derek Snyder created the Facebook group. I thought it was this
Yeah.
other guy. Derek.
No,
Snyder?
Derek he created it first, and then I was in there posting away saying shit. Then he made me an admin.
Derek
and then
Snyder.
Derek Snyder. He's the one that created it.
Do you recognize all the AGD stuff?
I got Pear's surrounding there, but what's Pear's partner's name?
Oh.
So this is why I asked you guys to help me out by pulling up that fucking spreadsheet and putting some shit in there for me. So we've had a week to do this shit, and now you're.
Yeah. Is it showtime
You're not
yet?
angry at you, Steve.
Is the show starting yet? I was gonna say it's gonna be a little Samuel L. Jackson on you there for a second.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Is the show starting yet, motherfucker?
You'll have time during the technical difficulties segment in the beginning of the show tomorrow.
Right.
Did
Gillian
you change
Major
the
for
AI?
sure.
Yeah, I got Rick Kelly is the guy who does all that stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of people I want to try to make sure I remember, but there's so many people. It's not going to be personal that we don't remember everyone. But that's why I really asked people to help me out too.
Eric. God. Eric Gavrilik. Well, I can't say his last name. He's definitely got to be mentioned for.
Yeah, no doubt.
Just because he can rub people up the wrong way.
Yeah.
And he's funny to watch.
Is it with a C or a K?
K.
Eric. G-A-V. Gavrilik.
Sometimes he can get an honorable mention for sometimes being helpful and sometimes being detrimental.
Who keeps the CoCo archives? That Guillaume?
That's Gillian Major.
Yeah, Guillaume Major. Yeah, there you go.
He's definitely got to be in there.
Stevie, you should have asked for help. Stevie, why didn't you ask for help, man?
Hey, you know what? If only I'd asked for help. I must be an idiot.
We would have helped you earlier.
Yeah.
Fedor. Fedor's got to be in it because
Fedor.
he's keeping the German contingent alive. Because every now and then he goes in there, posts stuff.
Yeah.
And who's the guy from Diego.
Yeah.
Oh, Diego, yeah. Definitely Diego. He's been around for a while.
Yeah, I got Diego in there. Okay, got Fedor in there.
Oh,
Good.
crap.
Diego's from what? The Dominican Republic?
You are gay.
They found another way.
Hey, enough of the slurs.
Yeah.
All these damn spikes. I want to fucking.
Oh, Alan Huffman has CoCopedia. I had you down. I had you down for Sir Sound and for all the other stuff, Alan.
I love how there's so many people raging about this game at the same time right now.
Know.
It's amazing.
Quadraphonic rage.
Hey, Curtis, I just want to say to you, Curtis, haha, you died. Yeah, Canadian prick. Hey,
I'm just
Ron.
waiting for you to get into the hex levels there, Stevie. When's that happening?
Okay, can we get a little more time with the spikes down before they come up again?
Yeah, right. Hey, Ron Delvau's there. Hey, Ronnie.
No, don't be a pussy about the spikes. Just deal with it. Learn how to play video games.
Kip Kuhn, how do you join the conversation? There should be a link in the description on how to join us on Zoom, on the Zoom client. All right, I need to get back into this now.
No, this game's brilliant the way it is. It's awesome.
All right, warp. I'm warping to level 5.
What I might do is just send you a list of names, Stevie. I reckon it'd be a lot easier.
Well, I did. I asked people just to email me. The email CoCoTALK at CoCoTALK.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just going to email something to you.
Oh,
okay. And then for those, I've been putting out chats in Discord too, saying I actually have a Google document if somebody wanted to have access to the document.
I edited the sheet. I added a little entry, to mine.
Okay.
By the way, Chet, rapidly hitting left and right to flap your arms to fly doesn't work.
Yeah, but I did implement gravity.
In order to join, Kip, you got to join Zoom. You can join with audio and or video. It's Zoom. There should be a link
the other way.
If you read the description to the video, there should be a link to the Zoom in there.
Oh, I love that Three Ninjas stage. That's unreal.
It is, man. Bring that gold over here, dickhead. Thank you.
Yeah, because remember when I said earlier how I'll look at how you can use tricks and I'll implement those in levels to kind of give the player a benefit. Well, I can do the same thing to the Gomers, and I do a lot more often.
These Gomers are not smart enough to do those spikes. I think it's unrealistic.
That's
I played this under protest.
Yeah, I play video games for realism.
That's the only part that's unrealistic.
It's just like I watch Star Wars because it's so real.
Exactly.
That shit could really happen, yo.
Pew, pew. Absolutely. Emperor could stay alive. Oh, wait.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, spoilers.
I personally, I mean, I know the listeners probably wouldn't want that, but I personally don't care because I have no interest in an emo with a glow stick.
Emo with a glow stick.
I know some people may disagree with that, and that's.
Nah,
totally
I didn't
cool.
like him
You
either.
suck.
I didn't think he was a good bad guy. I thought he was a little whiny bitch.
Well, you know what? You gotta understand. I mean, this whole story is centered around the whiniest family in the galaxy.
Yes.
Every single one of them, whiny.
Yes.
I mean, going back to the
Start to
very
finish.
first movie, right? Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, who nobody cares about. I mean, Frodo did not whine that much. No, and there was 12 hours of his dumb ass. No, seriously, we sat there for 12 hours watching this guy walk across an imaginary country or imaginary land. That's all he did was walk. I can get that from golf.
Lord of the Pyre.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, I hate this level officially right now.
Yeah, I get that way pretty much every day.
Damn it.
Okay, the spikes aren't that bad if you're patient.
Oh, have you gotten the other spikes?
Oh no, I'm still on level 5.
Dig a hole behind you.
Still on level 5.
What other spikes?
There you go.
Well, grease my weasel.
Fuck this game. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not there yet.
See, and everybody wonders, what do I get out of this? That right there.
There you go,
that
Curtis.
hatred.
Nice job, Curtis.
That's why you're so cruel, Chet.
Yeah, he's made Canadians curse, so that's
Freaking
worth more than
Repeatedly,
the price of-
They only curse that much during snow.
Or hockey games.
Oh no, yeah, no, we actually beat people up at those,
Take off, hoser.
and that's just the fans.
Yeah.
I mean now my goal is to is to get Nick Murray to just have a full on shit bit.
Close. I keep doing the same thing over and over and dying. It's pissing me off.
And this level right here that Curtis is on is another one that came from Digger 1. This was a level that was much later on. I think it was 20.
Oh, those are platforms, not ropes now.
So there's been some changes to it to kind of update it with some of the things that have changed in the engine, particularly going from 1, 2 to 3, and made it a little more challenging, particularly at this stage of the game.
You know what's cool is these little guys have wife beater shirts on, huh? Don't they?
Curtis has got a freaking.
Well, they're not
pyramid
supposed to,
going
but
on
I guess they do.
What's up with
I
that pyramid?
I warped to 6 because I'm. So what's
And
the
then
what's that pacifier?
Then when they fall in the hole, it looks like they have.
Where's the description to this video so I can put that?
No!
on
What the hell?
Yeah, you got to dig your way out.
I called your ring a pacifier.
That was a bit of a shock. So you got some little hidden things in there too.
Shouldn't the link to Zoom be in? Can anybody confirm or deny if the link to Zoom is in the description of the video?
Yeah, it was in there because that's how I got into it.
Awesome.
Okay.
I got in. If I can find it, everybody can find
There
it.
you go.
Oh, I'm surprised the stalactites don't
Barry
fall on.
Nelson has joined us. Hey, Barry, Happy New Year to you, sir.
Happy New Year to you too.
You and the family doing good?
Don't
How
forget
are you,
to don't forget to mention this guy named Stevie Stroh, who has promoted our color computer platform on Facebook and talk show. You'll mention him.
Sounds like a prick.
Yeah, we don't want that loser on here. What are you doing?
Chad, I'm surprised you didn't have the stalactites fall on you as you go underneath them.
Yeah, this is a
Give it a
cool looking
idea.
pyramid level that Curtis is on right now. What is
Yeah,
this
I
one
really
called?
like the feel of this one.
Yeah.
This is one of the Redux levels from Digger 1.
Okay. Oh, look at that! You fell right.
Oh!
There. Oh, Curtis,
Oh,
Curtis,
geez, I did
Curtis!
make it.
Oh, dude, that was so freaking close, man. Holy crap!
Yeah, it was a bit closer than I was hoping.
Anybody doing this on a Mac can tell me how to get the Mac to share. I've got a screen mirroring software, but it doesn't seem to be picking it up in this. I can do it on.
I got a Mac.
If you're
What do
doing
you-
it on an emulator, you can Zoom will let you share the screen of an application, which is what Curtis is running MAME on Mac, and he's sharing that. So you can in Zoom you can go to sharing and then share an
There it
application.
is. Okay, so it's not. It doesn't do it as a video capture. It actually does it.
It'll just share like an application. No, this is cool. This is a really cool level with this pyramid thing.
Oh,
and
damn
the
it.
little hidden fall throughs. Those suck.
Yeah,
Yep.
doesn't it?
Yeah, this
Son
is,
of a Belial.
yeah, these level designs are really cool.
And by cool, you mean evil.
Yes.
Yeah.
Come on over here, Gomer. Come on.
Oh, you fell
sake,
through
I
again,
did.
Curtis.
If this is the holiday preview, where do I get a copy of this copy to?
No, this isn't a holiday preview. This is a full preview.
This is an updated work in progress that he's given to a few people
This is like
for
a pre-release.
testing.
Yeah,
Where
it's
do I
beta
get this?
testers copy basically.
Yeah. So
Beta.
it's limited beta.
well,
I guess I'm not a member of the limited beta yet.
The author is here. You could put in a plea to the author.
Plead.
He's expecting to have it done though, like literally by the end of the month. So
Yeah.
You better
bring
be
it on.
careful though. If you give me a copy of it, I might port it to OS 9.
Up there.
Yeah, you can port it to OS 9. It's actually not that difficult, but you'll have to run on a 1 meg or 2 meg system.
It uses up all the RAM, huh?
Yeah, I mean I've got a couple of blocks available right now, but those are reserved for something real special that I haven't put in yet. So yeah, it's going to use it all.
We got more stuff to
And all
add.
those Gomers.
The
I-
Gomer.
I could do what I did with a couple other things. I got to run under OS 9s. I cheated. I basically got the program to load under OS 9, and then it just basically kicks OS 9 out of the memory. And
Yeah, you got to get over there, Curtis. You got to figure out how many blocks over you got to drop. Oh, here's Gomer fucking pile over here.
Which is convenient, even though it is just a loader, because if you're running an OS 9, that means you can at least start the program without having to, restart your computer to do it.
Right.
So when do we
something like that back in the day? I think.
When do we see the Gun Stah commercial?
I don't have one. I wish I had a Gun Stah commercial.
Yeah, that Gun Stah looks awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks really nice.
I thought this would stop in the middle, like the videos on Facebook, and then you see the commercial.
Oh, yeah, right. Now, does this make you fall through too, Curtis? This one here, that walk behind and walk in front of area.
I'm still trying to figure that out.
Okay.
Oh, I remember that pyramid level.
Yeah.
Dig right there. Oh,
I can't dig those.
Oh, I guess you can't. Yeah.
You gotta do it.
Oh, did you see what he just did?
You gotta walk behind.
Oh, you can get the Gomer to grab it for you, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, and the great thing though about this is that with on the Gimme X on levels like this, with that extra CPU power, I can actually add more overlays, because the way that the overlay is done now is really crappy. So it does have limited use, but in areas like that where you fall through, you would actually have an effect where you're falling behind something rather than coming down in front of it with that extra CPU power. So I'm actually really excited to get a hold of a Gimme X and see what can be added.
The green monster.
The green monster thing.
Oh, I love this level. This is a great level.
Every time you said that, I just get a shiver down my spine. So
kind of reminds me of the one-eyed monster thing that's going to come out.
I love this.
Oh, preview
I
to
think I heard that before.
Nice job.
Oh crap!
No.
Not that way.
That's the
Hello.
edge of the screen.
Hey, Kip.
Green-eyed
finally
monster.
figured it out.
Lord. Awesome.
Is that a preview for your ball sack game?
Well, it does kind of sound like somebody's getting teabagged, but no, it's not. No, the goo monster, and actually, I'm really not sure where that artwork came from. I was going through my list, and it's not something that I have that has my name tagged on it, and it doesn't have something that has my artist name tagged on it, and it doesn't Paul's my artist friend at work, and it doesn't have Paul's name tagged on it. So I'm not really sure where it came from. I mean, I've had a collection throughout the years, so I'm not sure where I got it, if it was converted from another game, but I'd really like to find out beforehand.
There's a bunch of them
before
there.
the release, because I mean, if it is somebody else, I'd like to make sure it's in the credit scene.
Are there 4 Gomers now?
Yep.
Yeah.
There were 3, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Depends.
I did that wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can add an insane number of Gomers with the Gimme X.
Wow.
I mean, it's. I think it was what, 20.
We don't need more Gomers right now.
No more Gomers.
It was
the Gimme
insane.
X. The Gimme X is going to be a very nice. That's an upgrade. I'm afraid to do. I'm afraid to do the 6309.
That's the green-eyed monster.
Yeah.
I'm afraid to do the 6309 upgrade to my CoCo 3 because I don't want to accidentally break it, because you got to go in and rip. I mean, I'm a decent solderer and I probably would do it fine, but replacing my CoCo 3 if something did go wrong is something that makes me nervous.
Yeah, especially with the prices that they're seem to be hitting these days.
That's a question.
But the Gimme X, I can just pop out my Gimme chip and plug that in its place, and that's
So could the Gimme X reduce the need to go to 6309? Like if you can.
No, there's no difference in it.
Well, the Gimme X will let you go up to 2.86 megahertz, but
What's this Gimme X y'all are talking about?
it's a replacement Gimme chip
with enhanced features.
Yep. One of the nice things also that it does is the modes that, like the SG12 and 24 modes that the CoCo 3 is missing, that the CoCo 1 and 2 had, it adds them back in too. So CoCo 1 and 2 games like Farfall will run.
Scramble.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
Is there play
Sounds
Guardian?
like
That's the one I want to play. That Texas too.
Sounds like I'm going to have to increase my budget for my CoCo collection.
Come on, now.
Have you seen you and everybody else?
Have you seen?
Don't
Another
worry,
thing that
we all
makes
got our hands on it.
Have you?
Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I was going to say, have you seen CoCo VGA?
Yeah, I've seen that, and it's a similar concept to that. The CoCo
backtrack
VGA replaces the 6847 in a CoCo 1 or 2, and the Gimme X replaces the
Right.
Gimme,
Yeah, I was going to say it's a lot like a CoCo VGA for CoCo 3 is a good way to think of it. Yeah.
Yep.
Son of a biscuit.
Who's selling these things?
Ed Snyder's going to sell the Gimme X, and Brendan
They're not for
Donahue's
sale
selling
yet.
CoCo VGA. CoCo VGA is for sale.
No, yeah, but the Gimme X is not.
Yeah.
I think it will be soon, though. I mean, he has it running, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not too far off.
Because I didn't hear you.
He
Yeah,
might
definitely
surprise
is.
us with some new features in it by the time he does release it.
The Zipster zone is where Ed sells his stuff, and Brendan, you just have to. Oh no, CoCoVGA.com for that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
the CoCo, the Gimme X actually would make it possible to. I mean, I know we've got the FPGA implementations of a CoCo 3. The Gimme X actually would make it possible for a discrete chip rebuild of a CoCo 3.
Well, he's working on that next, actually.
Yeah, I was going to say he's saying that the Gimme X was the basis for a new CoCo 3.
Oh crap!
4K, 16 million colors.
Damn spikes.
Well, I'll
8
certainly
gigs
be
of RAM.
Yeah, I mean, I'll certainly be taking advantage of the extra CPU cycles in that because, you know, some of the testing that I've done, you know, with you know, in the emulator and boosting that up to, you know, close to that, and looking at the, you know, what extra could be done. There's some pretty interesting things. You know, I've shown a couple of the effects to Paul, and they're not in these versions of things that could be definitely added in. But with the Gimme X having all of that extra power, you can really expand on some of that with some special effects. And since everything's rendered, nothing is relying on palette animation. That's a lot of flexibility.
I like the sound effects for your green Manalishi or whatever he's called there.
I'm sorry, what?
I like the sound effect that your green monster makes.
That's part of my archive.
You're using palette for your fades, though, right?
For the fades, yeah. I mean,
I just want to see what you could do, Chet, with an extra million CPU cycles.
Oh, I'm gonna. It's nuts. It really is. I've already done some testing with it. There's actually some pretty cool things that you can do with it. There's some things that make it really, really difficult for certain levels. I mean, it just jacks up the difficulty level tremendously. Oh, you're boned like that.
I didn't even have to swear on that one. It was too obvious.
Yeah, I mean, could you imagine 15 of those guys coming at you?
No, we don't need 15 of them guys coming at us. There's 4 is enough. Just imagine 15, you'd never get across the other side.
No, but there's enough distractions in some of these, you know, these little guys that you know, they're these little green goo monsters can really muck things up for you.
You need a shovel so you can smack them over the head when they land in the hole.
That would be kind of cool.
Sadistic.
Son of a biscuit.
At least the green goo monsters don't move. Oh no! I just gave an idea, didn't I?
No, they do not move. They will not move.
Except on Stevie Stroh's copy.
Yeah. So, you know, with something like that, I can actually I can reuse some of the back code and just have it move back and forth.
Luckily, they can't.
Oh, that'd be a nice effect, Chet. As it goes to the side, moves back and forth, like you said, you could have it going up, down as it moves across.
It doesn't really look good on going up and down the ladders. But
No,
yeah, going left and
across
right,
the rocks and that, yeah, it look all right going up and down as it slides across.
Oh, geez, what
right,
did I
but
do that for?
it does. It also requires more animation than what I've got. So the maybe between the release and the fest, I'll play around with something like that. But
that'd be a cool effect.
Yeah. Oh, I've got some cool effects in my pocket.
Okay, what am I missing? Oh, I've not heard a Barry bird in a while, so that's cool. We have not heard one of Barry's birds squawking in a while.
Is that a chicken?
But yeah, please be warned, everybody. This conversation is being monitored or recorded
for quality assurance.
the that's my parrot. So
no, that's the recorder.
No, same difference. That's my parrot and my recorder.
So are you a pirate?
Are you a pirate? Arr.
Well, I mean, pirates have parrots, so I mean, it's a logical question.
No.
Okay. Bummer.
I'm doing this on the Zoom app on my Android.
Okay.
As I have told other people, I actually own legitimate copies of all the software for my CoCo 3.
Oh no, not that kind of pirate. I'm talking about an ARG pirate on the sea, man.
Do you have an eye patch, a missing limb somewhere?
You know what this game could get turned into, and it's set up for it already.
Oh, jeez.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in the sewers fighting.
Oh wow.
Well, if you want to get sued.
Kind of looks like Trump.
Well, just turn them into a toad. They won't know.
Battletoads.
I don't want to play
the Battletoads was, right? And this level 5, I get so close to level 5, I get down to what I'm thinking is my last gold one every single time, and I get ganked.
Level 5, that was so long ago.
I like that word, ganked.
If it were Trump, there'd be people tracing you around with subpoenas.
Yeah.
Actually, that would be an easy art change.
Spike.
I mean, I gotta just put little white things in their hands, and boom, you're done. Because
Oh, that's an original concept for a game then. A game based on Trump getting chased around with subpoena. You got to dodge him.
I wonder how viral that'll go.
I reckon it'd be a big hit. I could see it as being a smash hit. I reckon even Trump would get there and play it.
Presidential dodgeball, man.
That's it.
Wasn't there a video game where you threw a shoe at George Bush?
Yes, that was funny as shit too.
Yeah,
I played that a lot.
I'm surprised there isn't some sort of game out that makes fun of Trump.
Oh, there's plenty of them. It's just that none of them are clever.
Yeah.
This little guy looks like him a little bit. Got the gold hair.
Well, yeah, we've gotten that. But that is not the intention. It's just the style of the guy.
You have to put a mega head on him.
You got to turn the Gomers into like members of Congress.
Well, he's got a red shirt, blue shorts, and it kind of reminds me of Bart Simpson.
Yeah,
getting chased by his old man.
Yeah,
He's
that one too.
He's wearing jeans, man.
Oh, that was that a glitch in the game just then? He walked off the ladder and just stood in midair.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
Shh, don't give away all my secrets.
If you're hearing some, I don't know if you are hearing it or not, but if you're hearing some
out.
sounds in the
I was trying to
knew
warn
that
you,
was there
Curtis.
too. That's a sucky thing.
Yeah, I was trying to warn you. Just the last second, I was like, "Watch out!"
Yeah, at the last second, I hit the left key, but not in time.
Yeah, standing there on the edge of that ladder and letting him go by. That's defect number 16. Don't get used to that one.
Oh, so that's going to get fixed by the
time
the release is proper.
Oh yeah, I've got plenty of time for all of that. That's
Gotta leave some of the Easter eggs in it.
Oh no, that's actually a bug. That shouldn't actually be happening. That was a problem. I hate it in the original.
Nice work, Curtis. Well, hey, dudes, it's been really fun. I gotta go.
All right, Paulie.
Awesome.
Thanks for stopping by, dude.
Yeah, no
Thanks
problem.
for coming in, man.
Excellent work, Chet, as always.
Thanks. You too, man.
Take it easy.
You too.
Bye.
It's a pretty good turnout just having people being here,
Yeah.
And we didn't really promote
Pre-advertise it too much,
Yeah.
no?
Well, I saw the notification come up for YouTube.
Yeah.
That's
It
what
was
made
in
me come.
Facebook. I think Chet said he's going to do a preview anyway in Facebook.
No, I'm going to talk about the controllers I got from Sheldon McDonald.
I just picked up my phone about 5 minutes ago, and I saw the notification, and it took me to Facebook, and it took me a few minutes to figure out what y'all were doing now. I figured it out.
Okay, watch out for the green monster.
Somebody's done some really good work.
Thank you.
I didn't want to do that. Damn it.
Is that you, Chet, that wrote that?
Yeah. Character art was done by Paul there, who just bailed on us. So.
Paul's pretty cool at doing the sprites side of stuff.
That's pretty good.
This freaking level 5's killing me, man.
And Chet's just good at making these insane games that you can't beat.
And this is just like the games I grew up on.
Freaking spike pops up right in front of me.
Well, at least you ain't running into it.
That's what I like about this game. It's very retro.
So if this is working,
retro and modern.
You should be able to see my MAME emulator screen.
Yes.
Oh.
What version MAME are you
Where
using?
is it? Where is it?
What version MAME am I using? Mine.
Custom patched version?
Okay, I see it, Barry.
Very, and I was planning on releasing it, but I got delayed because I've got a bug that I need to get fixed. It is on the CoCo 3 and CoCo emulator. When I go to do the minus flop 1 argument to pass a floppy disk from the command line, it's not working correctly.
Okay, and yours has the CM8 bezel too, which I think Tim Linder had added that, right?
Yes, I got that in there from Tim Linder.
I would love to have a copy of that when you're done.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I've got a copy that's out there that's almost the same as this one. It's on www.macmess.org.
Macmess.org.
Yeah, I believe.
Shoot, that degree.
Yeah, that's Tim Linder's site, right?
Yep. Yeah. Tim Linder and I sort of are partners in crime with. He helps me host it. Let me see. What is the latest one he's got out there right now? I know I sent him an updated one. I hope he put it up. Let me see.
I'm using .211 on my Mac.
Let's see.
Oh.
And the best part about this is getting to hear Curtis's keyboard the whole time too.
You're welcome. If you listen to them closely enough, Steve, you'll actually figure out the right key presses to actually get past levels.
Oh!
According to this, it's MAME 0.177.
That sounds pretty old. It was 192.
Yeah, it looks like that's an older one he's got out there.
Yeah.
But it does run. It is stable. What it is missing that hurts a little bit is it's missing the speech, the speech pack.
Yeah, speech sound pack was like 0192 or something like that.
Right.
Yeah, I'm using 0211, and I haven't updated in a while.
Is on 0211? Maybe you can tell me. Is on 0211 is the floppy command? The command line for the floppy fixed?
I don't really use it. I usually just execute it and then go into the file manager and mount the disk that I want to mount, and that works. So, but I haven't really tried. Like from a you mean like from a command line?
4 frickin' Gomers in a row there. Curtis.
From a terminal command line?
Yeah.
No, let me see. Open with notes. Cancel.
Oh, this is a Mac OS X application 0.177.
Yep. And
I'm looking for a PC version.
Yeah, I can't really help you
That would
there
just be
too much.
was that MAME.org or whatever?
Yeah, I execute it using the command line MAME 64 -window -UI _active, and boom, it just runs and then from there I just mount the disk that I want to mount.
Right, and mine does that. You know, it supports that user interface.
What's the command line switch for mounting a specific? Is that what you do? You
It's
want to
like
specify
minus
it?
flop or minus flop one or
you do
flop
main,
two.
yeah, you do main space system name in the space CoCo3. So main space CoCo3 space minus flop one space and the path to the disk.
CoCo3 space. Did you say minus flop one?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
But not a minus on the CoCo3.
No.
Oh no, that's yeah.
Shoot. Damn it.
Oh,
I had it too.
Curtis, you were there, man.
And then a path to the disk.
Curtis, are you the one playing the game right now?
I can't even pay attention to the stream right now, so you'll have to tell me.
Yeah. Yeah, Barry's still paused. I'm paused. So Curtis is the only one that's actively playing right now. And Curtis is the one I'm showing on the live stream right now, too.
When you share your screen, can you still see the main Zoom channel?
I'm not.
For me, when I shared my screen, I got rid of the main Zoom display.
I've got it. I've got it on the right side in a bar,
shoot.
along with all of the other screen shares.
Yeah, I've got the little mini ones, but I don't have the main.
Yeah, I think once you share, it does that. Yeah, the problem is when I'm watching him full screen, I can't see my game. I'd like to be able to play while I'm watching Curtis's screen bigger. But
Okay, you said minus flop space.
No, minus
and then
flop
the path,
one. Minus flop one.
And then space, and then the path.
The path to wherever your .dsk file is.
Yep.
Okay.
DCC is so much easier.
Try it here.
Yeah, I usually keep my disk.
Yeah, let me know what that does because
folder.
they fixed that in 2.11. Then I'll take my stuff and merge it with 2.11, and then maybe I'll have something I can release. Presuming they haven't broken something else, hopefully.
Yeah, that's one problem with MAME. The debugger's awesome, though. I use that all the time.
Yeah.
Frickin' Gomers.
Yeah, the one that's on there from Mac, 0177, that's posted up on Tim Linder's site, which is the last one I released. For the key systems that I go into, it's at least reasonably stable for all of the key stuff.
Oh, damn you, Spikes.
I don't release like every version. I don't release on a regular. I release when I find a version that's stable.
Wow, man, you have a whole bunch of gomers after you, dude.
Yeah, it doesn't.
He said, "No, I'm not that stupid."
So what happened?
It doesn't work.
It's an unadorned something.
No, well, you know what? I don't know. It's because it's like the terminal window's opening up and closing real quick, and I'm not seeing what error it's throwing. Let me try removing. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see. So that was minus window. Minus
This is an evil level, Chet.
They're all frickin' evil. They just get more intensely evil with time.
That's why I only play the simple ones.
Yeah, so if I take out the minus flop one space and then the path, you know what it might be because it's a long path. Because I'm actually just dragging and dropping from a path.
No, well, at least with mine, it's not that.
Boned.
Because you're dropping like a DSK file right in with the, right where your main.
Right, yeah, and here's what mine says. I'll see if I can post it into the chat here. So this is what it did. Let me see here.
Frick you, Gomer. Frickin' Gomer.
Executing main with the CoCo3 and then the command to tell it to be windowed. That works on mine. Because I was just launching to the main menu because sometimes I run other stuff too.
Yeah, that's that. So I think hopefully I just got that into the chat on the Zoom session there.
I just got an error message.
Right. Error unknown option minus less than sign unadorned to greater than sign.
Where's the where's the chat thingy? There it is.
died.
let me start my game back up here.
Freaking Gomers suck. Yeah, level 5's kicking my ass. I cannot get past level freaking 5.
Yeah, I had problem with 5 as well.
You get past it?
No.
The first point.
Is there a bug in level 5?
Nope.
Nope. I made it past.
All right, so I can't talk and share game audio at the same time. When I start playing, if you put mine on, then let me know so I'll turn the game audio on.
No,
There is a problem with level 5. It's sitting on the chair between the keyboard and the chair.
Keyboard chair interface problem.
Pebcac problem.
Yeah.
Ah.
That one gold thing that's got the freaking bat flying above it, that one's a pain in the ass, man.
The nice thing about level 5, though, is I don't think it's impossible. I think I'm going to get past it.
I know. I get down to like the last one with the freaking bat.
So it's actually a really good difficulty because it's just barely beyond your reach at the beginning.
My up and down keyboard keys are not working.
You have to use A and Z.
A and Z. Z.
Yeah.
Oh.
The one saving grace my CoCo has is that because the parts are so old, I don't break them. When I get pissed off, I don't smash my CoCo joysticks.
Are you? Oh no. Okay, that's David Ladd who's executing it that way. Does that David Ladd? Does that work for you?
And what's the dig command?
Spacebar.
Oh boy. Okay. All right. I need another hand.
John, what was the question specifically?
You in the chat you posted MAME64.exe and then CoCo3H and the minus flop 1. Does that work for you?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And that's the most current executable from the MAME dev group.
What number is that?
217.
Okay. So by 217 they have it fixed. Okay, I will have to pull down a new
It's been
copy.
fixed for quite a long time because I only run MAME from command line. So.
Okay.
Yeah, same here.
It was broken as of 209, which is not that long ago.
Okay, so that one must have been picked up by a homer because I don't see it now. So that's good. It means I just got to trap some Gomers now.
Gomer, yes. You're gonna get Chet sued.
Son of a biscuit. Okay, I was down to the last thing I needed was being carried by a Gomer, and I freaking got killed by the damn Gomers.
Yeah, they got a habit of doing that.
Yeah.
They don't like you taking that gold back.
Yeah.
Actually, Chet, your last name is Simpson. You could name him Gomer Simpson and say you're naming it after yourself.
God.
They
David,
can't-
I hate you.
It's like Mike Rosoft.
Nick, I hate you.
No, I wasn't meaning this myself.
No, I'm messing with you. No, go.
But you probably got that a lot. I'm sorry. I wasn't meaning to make fun of your name.
No, Gomer Simpson is actually pretty. I think, but no.
But you hear, but there's a guy named Mike Rowe. So he created a software company called Mike Rosoft,
Mike Rosoft. That's funny.
and he was able to defend it because that was his name.
Yeah, that's.
There was a kid that did that, and Microsoft wound up buying him out. There was a kid named Mike Rowe, and he was a kid. He was doing like web pages or something at age like 16 or something like that, and he called it Mike Rowe Soft. And at first, Microsoft started chasing him, suing him, stuff like that, and they weren't getting anywhere, so they just they wound up buying him out, from what I heard.
So that's probably the same guy, probably. Yeah. That's cool.
Well, you know.
But the thing is, he was able to defend it because that was his name.
Ah, nuts. Where's the latest Mac build?
Oh, so now I know how to make some quick money. Change my name to Mike Rowe and open a website.
There you go.
Okay.
Well, that would certainly get Microsoft's attention.
And we did have a Mike Rowe actually that made CoCo games back in the day too.
Yes, we did, didn't we?
That's right.
Oh crap.
Yeah.
Oops.
R.O. R.O. was his last name, wasn't it?
Yeah. He did Cubert Clone. I can't remember the name of the.
Yeah.
Oh, and I know it was Blockhead.
That was close.
So is this a Dig Dug upgrade or something?
More like Super Load Runner.
Super Load Runner.
I was gonna say, yeah, it looks a lot like Road Run.
Yeah, this is
But
not.
there's a lot of new elements to it that aren't in Load Runner at all. So
Well, I would assume that, yeah.
Dig Dug is a totally different game.
I never
No,
played
it seems-
Super Load Runner.
I don't know. It seems very, 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 very similar to Load Runner.
Yeah.
I got the whoop. There it is. Now where the hell's the way out of this shithole?
This makes Load Runner look like Pong. So.
yeah, but Load Runner doesn't have like tiles you can walk behind.
I got the whoop. There it is on level 5, and then I
No,
got
but I'm
killed.
talking
Man.
the basic game
Holy
concept, though, of
Yes. The basic
The
game
basic
mechanic
concept, yeah.
is to center around the same as
Or
Load
Space
Runner.
Panic. There's a few games that have this mechanic.
Yeah.
Where is the exit ladder on level 5?
Why do you think you'll ever see it?
The game is
I
free.
didn't see
The
it
exit
'cause I-
ladder will cost you.
I got killed before I could find it. I had heard the whoop. There it is. I was trying to make my way to the top to find it, and I couldn't see it before I died.
You should charge for exit. You should charge for exits, Chet.
Yeah, or do like Sierra Online used to have like a 1-900 hint system where you could call each time.
You should enter this code and you'll get the exit.
Yeah. Matchy Game says, I don't think Load Runner has bats. Hey, Al Hartman from Jersey just joined us. Hey, Al. And it says, haha, you died. You have no idea how not haha that is right now. I've been stuck on level 5 since the dawn of freaking time, and I finally got the whoop. There it is. And now you're saying, haha, you died, you evil prick.
Yeah, in fact, to be more exact, it's actually based on the next step or in that particular mechanic for that Dave Dyes had done, and then as well as elements that Eric Critchlow had done on the original Gold Runner 2000 on the MM1. So there are some slight changes, to that mechanic throughout.
Oh, absolutely.
In the way that the guards interact, the way that they behave, the way that the player also interacts with the thing. But that is the basic mechanic. It's been there since Digger 1, Digger 2, Gold Runner 2000 on both the MM1 as well as the CoCo, and that continues on to onto Digger 3. It is, however, the last iteration in with this particular game mechanic that I will be working on. My next project is a little bit more than that. So.
Isn't Load Runner meant to be all on one screen?
Yeah, the original Load Runner was, but there was also versions of Load Runner in which it spanned multiple scenes.
All right.
Oh, that was close.
So will your next project? So Chet, your next project will be Gimme X?
I'm certainly going to be supporting that in all of my projects. I mean, having that extra CPU. I mean, there's a lot of enhancements that you can do with that, amount of processor power. Not just in animations, but with sounds and other tricks that just become much more viable because you're not blowing 25% of your CPU. Instead, you're down like maybe 5% or 10%.
How is the Gimme X boosting the CPU, by the way?
So close.
Yeah, I really haven't thought about it.
For that.
Yeah,
It actually does increase the clock.
Yeah, to 2.86 megahertz.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He's doing a like a burst.
No.
No, he's replacing the Gimme so that it can actually run at a higher clock rate.
Yeah, because you don't have to. Crap. You don't have to worry about RAM
straight
refresh
awesome.
and stuff when it's all running on the.
Right.
Okay. So he's boosting the entire clock rate, and that doesn't mess up anything else in the system.
Nope.
No.
He's using static RAM on there, like all the big upgrades are using static RAM, so there's no refresh. So that entire set of cycles that's wasted doing dynamic RAM refresh is gone.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, so you can you can do more animation. You can get more more of a HUD on the screen. There more information. Full. I mean, I do have score in there. It's just unactivated here, but you can get more of that on the screen, particularly with doing the animation rather than or even switching to messing with the Gimme registers on the refresh. So there's a lot more options that you can do with something like that expands the game, and it's really easy to implement that so that you can just say, oh hey, I'm with the Gimme X, I'm going to go ahead and throw this in there too.
Will the Gimme X eliminate the Gimme 86 versus Gimme 87 stuff?
I believe so.
Yeah.
It also adds a more extended palette too.
I think it emulates the 87 gimme by default. Right?
But you plug a gimme into it, right? You plug the gimme into it, or does it just
replaces the gimme entirely.
Oh, I thought you plugged the gimme into it. I thought it was a pass-through.
No, it's a programmed FPGA.
Oh, okay.
That replaces the gimme chip completely.
Gotcha.
Which is good because we have no place to second source it.
Because that's good for a couple reasons. One, as we were saying before, it makes it possible you can make a replica CoCo 3 PC board and build an entire system, because the rest of the parts you can source.
Yeah.
And the other thing that is, if you, let's say you've got a CoCo 3 that's got a gimme chip that's burned out, well, now you've got a source for a replacement.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. That makes sense. That was a bit of a dumb question.
Yeah, so I mean, it's something that opens up a lot of possibilities for for game developers and and any content type of developers. In the CoCo, particularly with what you can do with the content and how much of it you can present at a time. So yeah, you're damn right. I'm going to take advantage of something like that.
Damn, Gomer got me. How did they know what I'm gonna do?
Do you know
everyone knows what you're going.
Do you know what CPU you'll target for your next game?
My next game, I have actually not decided on that. I originally had considered doing the 6309, but something like the Gimme X actually changes that. So I'm looking at weighing both of those. I do want to do something with the 69 because there's a tremendous amount of power with that, and I can actually do it a lot more in the same amount of time using that CPU. So, coupled with the Gimme X, that's even more appealing for something like what I want to do. But at the same time, I mean, how much is too much?
Well, here's one thing to think about, like that.
I'm probably not going to put a 6309 in my system until there's a replica CoCo 3 board available, and then I don't mind, building a whole new system, and I'll build it with a socket on the CPU, and then I can drop one in.
That would be an easy upgrade.
Just to be honest, why don't you just bring the CoCo 3 with you to like CoCo Fest and just have Mark Marlette or Richard Lorbieski, someone that
sure I'll
do it.
I have the tools to do it, and I'll be honest, I'll tell you why. Even if they, let's say, something happens and I'll give you a whole new CoCo 3 to replace it because I screwed up. You don't understand. That CoCo 3 that I normally run is the original CoCo 3 that I originally had.
Okay, so was mine.
So, I see where Barry's coming from. You could possibly pick up another CoCo 3 that's not that original and leave the original in its cherry form, its unmolested form.
Right. I mean, and the likelihood of me doing a 6309 game is actually still pretty high. And there's a couple of reasons for that, and one of those is that the type of effects that I want to do, the 6309 is very well suited for that. Being able to implement that with not just a little bit more ease, but very efficiently, makes a tremendous amount of difference in the game. So it's one of those things that, it's absolutely a worthwhile thing to do, but at the same time, I would also recommend finding someone in the community who does know how to work with that type of thing. 30-year-old hardware. There is a concern that you can pull those traces back when you're desoldering it. And there's plenty of people in the community who are very well versed.
Actually,
in that. They're very good.
That Huckner David, he did that. He did do that by accident. He fixed it.
Right.
I know how to do it. It's just I don't want to do it because no matter how skilled you are, there's always a chance on a 30-year-old board that I don't care how cautious you are, if you have the right equipment, whatnot, you can still have one of those traces separate from the board.
Right.
That happened to me not long ago when David done mine.
Yeah.
But he just created a new trace. And the computer was up and running.
But I mean, and stuff like that gets problematic. I mean, you don't want. I mean, you certainly want to take a chance on inflicting that much damage on your system board, particularly something that's 30 years old and at the moment somewhat difficult to replace, if not a little expensive. I mean, there's 100K CoCo 3. Granted, it's in the box and it looks really nice, but it's over $300.
Right, and it's there's also with the new systems in development, new like replacement CoCo 3s in development. Those would be the type of things to get and tinker with, and pop 6309s into and stuff like that.
Right.
But
yeah, I was looking at doing the 6309 update one way, and I might go that route. And there's a piggyback trick that you can do.
Right.
I heard about that.
Where you piggyback the 6309 on top of the other chip.
Yeah, and put a switch in between the two.
And basically pull one of the lines on the 6809 to disable it.
That was the old way of doing it.
And
was that the halt line?
I think so. I don't remember. I have to. Yeah, and so that basically, now you tri-state all of the lines on the old chip, and the 6309 basically takes over. And you can put a switch there, which I probably would.
Yeah. So you can have both CPUs going.
Hey, Barry. Barry, I upgraded to the latest MAME for Mac, and it works. It doesn't crash when you launch, and it mounts the disk too.
So I'll definitely have to.
Okay.
I'll pull the new code base down and then merge some of my stuff in if I have to, etc. And
Curtis,
what I build is what I end up building is a .app. That and you can also link the executable out. Actually, when you run it the first time, it links itself out and puts itself in user local bin if it's not there, and then you can launch it from a .app from an icon, or you can launch it from the terminal.
So you're building it yourself, and are you using like Xcode or something to do that, or?
Nope. I just manually construct the app.
Oh, I had no idea how to do that. That sounds pretty cool.
It's actually not that hard. Okay, you've got an XML file, sort of. That's the info plist file that goes in the content folder, and the whole thing. The app is just a directory named whatever .app, and then there's a certain directory structure that you follow, and in the plist you tell it what executable to launch when it's double clicked, and in the resources folder you put the icon and you reference that in the plist, and then it appears on the desktop as an application.
Right. Yeah. Because I've played around. I've opened like library files or even apps as you just right click and show package contents,
right?
And you can browse right through it. Because app's basically like an app's basically like a container that holds the executable plus all the resources.
Right. So I just manually, make that directory, build that container out, make the appropriate subfolders, and put the compiled MAME executable in there. Make the plist descriptor and put that in the appropriate place, and voila, give it an icon, etc.
Cool.
Hey, Curtis, can't you get that gold bar when that green monster ducks down?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Every time I've tried, I've died. So
When he ducks down, you should have enough time to just duck in and grab it.
I know it works on the spikes. I don't know if it works on the green guy if he follows you or not.
Yeah, it works on the green guy. He's stationary.
Yeah, if you ever
but he actually goes down on his own. He doesn't stay up when you're near.
He goes down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you ever download one of my
Mac
MAME executable applications, even that old one that's 0177 that's out there, if you just take that and then delete, if you go in the resources folder inside there, you'll find the actual binaries. You delete the binary and replace it with a newer one, and you can update it to a newer Mac MAME binary if you want.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Curtis, did you see on the mailing list there's a source for 6309s in Canada?
Yeah, Henry Redfield found it.
So I'm trying to get, I wrote to see if I can get a couple. And because there might be a guy north of me, an hour north of me, who can do it.
Nice.
So yeah, I do want a 63. I really do want a 63.
Finally, holy crap!
I haven't checked in a long while, but I got my 6309, 6809s from China. So far, the ones that I've used has worked.
Who is this?
That's Kip Kuhn.
Kip Kuhn. I've been
Oh.
offline for a while because I've been.
Sorry. I thought you were the
I've
guy I
had
was
some
talking to
problems.
north of me. I was like, is this Dave? Is this Dave? No. Okay.
Tower of the
I've
Bat.
been-
I'm gonna hate this one. I can tell already.
You're in
Ah,
the
this is a
U.S.,
good
eh,
one.
Kip?
Sir?
Kip, you're in the U.S.
Yes, I am. I'm in North Carolina.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm trying to find someone in Canada who can do it.
I'm thinking about trying to do mine. I've got several CoCos, so several CoCo 3s, so I thought I'd try.
Hey, Curtis, want to learn how to solder?
No.
Well,
Solder
like
and
I
me
s-
don't get along, man. Oh, what the hell was that thing popping up in the middle of nowhere? Bastard.
like I said, there's always the piggyback solution, which is relatively safe to try.
But you still have to get one pin out of the 6809, right? How do you do that?
Yeah, that's
That's
really
what
got a
problematic for people.
You clip it close to the PC board.
Okay.
That's the nice thing about the CoCo VGA. It's really just a plug and play kind of solution. The only soldering I had to do was for the audio, and that was real easy. It's just 2 wires, and it was but the CoCo VGA itself is just you unplug the VDG chip and plug it into the board, and plug the board into the VDG slot, and you're done.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's
if only
real
Tandy
easy.
had socketed the CPUs. Would have been nice.
Well,
Yeah, well, that's
extra money.
yeah.
I think they did on some. I think they did on some of the CoCo 1s, but not the 3s.
And CoCo
Yeah, they
2s
did.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, my if I remember right, it was socketed on my F board.
My dead CoCo 2 is socketed.
You talking about the
Yeah,
CPUs? They were socketed right through the early CoCo 2s with the melted keyboards for the
Yeah.
most part, and then
That's
after
my-
that, forget it.
That's my dead CoCo.
Yeah, then they went into the tight ass mode and not bloody socketed in.
Oh. And there's a lot of value to doing a 6309 game. There's a lot of power and a lot of things that you can do with it.
Oh, yeah.
And I've got stuff for doing full screen overlays. I've got stuff for managing the animations that occur within that. And I think and having a 6309 makes a lot of that much easier to implement, and it makes a much better presentation because you actually do a lot more with it.
Well, one thing I wanted to see, Chet, is what would you do with a 609 running at 2.86?
Oh,
Oh yeah, I would go nuts. I mean it's.
I got so excited thinking about it, I died stupidly. So.
Yes.
Hey, well, think about this. Think about this.
Yeah.
What would you do with a 6309 running on a Gimme X system?
Yeah.
Well, that's the one you run at 2.86 megahertz.
Yeah.
There'd be like hundreds of Gomers.
Why
There's a
limit it to
couple of
just
ideas.
2.86 megahertz? Is there a reason for that?
He was
Because
trying to
that
get
was
it
the
to run at
fastest he could
3.5, and he couldn't get it to run reliably. I know that.
Oh.
Yeah, the poor CPU is still, even the 6309 is still many, many years old. That poor thing will only go so fast.
Well, it's rated for 3. Oh, crap. The C version's rated for 3. And I know Kevin Darling and the rest of them are running them at 4 and 5 regularly back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't sound outrageous. You can overclock those pretty easily.
Yeah.
But you'd have to have a good heat sink on it, I would imagine. Though I've
Oh no,
not
they're
ever done
CMOS.
that.
They're really cool.
Yeah.
The
I don't
CMOS
think it's,
versions?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be too much of a problem. I think Ed Snyder's been pretty good about getting this stuff set up and running, and everything that I've seen on it is just absolutely wonderful. I don't think there's going to be any heat problems. Those are the type of things that he always seems to take care of.
Have you seen that CoCo 2 that he made too? That's pretty cool.
That's pretty nice.
And that one's actually already pretty well running.
Yeah, but with something like a Gimme X in the 6309, I mean that's a tremendous amount of horsepower, particularly with this instruction set, and and the just the base of the 6309, and then building on that with the 6309, there are a tremendous number of things that you could do. I mean, I would say something like I would look at something like maybe R-Type. Or Salamander as a game. I mean, those are two things that I would certainly look at attempting with that much power with it. Maybe a good fighting game, one of the Street Fighter games, would be more than doable with something like that.
Yeah.
there's a lot of. I mean, you may not be able to implement all of it, but there's certainly a lot of there. I mean, with something like that, you could do something like with Robotron, like Robotron. I mean, you could do a straight port of Robotron and get away with quite a bit of what goes on in a game like that without that blitter chip.
There's a crazy amount of stuff going on Robotron.
Right. I mean, it's something that I've considered, but you need a custom controller for it. I mean, you really do need that. Same thing with a lot of fighting games. I've looked at things like Karate Champ, where you do have a lot of moves like that, and you want to have 2 joysticks and that much extra control and granularity over your moves. Otherwise, it gets kind of boring just kicking people in the head.
Shut up, motherfucker.
Right, exactly. See? See, just think what it'd be like if all you could do is kick somebody in the head. That's your only move, just kicking somebody in the head.
Oh, yes. I need a karate move right now on these damn Gomers, man.
Yeah, see, I didn't include karate moves just for that reason. Because I knew you'd want them. You're like one of y'all roosting on it, man. You can't do that.
Fucking joking.
No kung fu fighting here. Yeah, those Golgothans are real shits, aren't they?
Yes.
They are.
And I forgot about that one. What the hell was I doing?
How can you not, man? I even marked this stuff, man.
I'm getting a lot of practice on level 5. I'm going to be really good at this level eventually.
Memorize that cheat code.
Let's change in those. That won't help.
I know. I'm just joking.
Somebody needs to come up with a Star Trek game where you have multiple CoCos networked together for the different stations.
There's actually been some discussions about doing network games. Actually, quite recently too.
That would be a perfect CoCo Fest activity.
Yeah, some of the I know one of the titles I think that was tossed around was quite popular, back in the day. So it'd be really nice to see some of that, stuff come in. Ooh, you got boned. See some of that stuff come over to the CoCo in that way, because it's certainly capable of doing it. A lot of it you do need, really an RS-232 pack going over the bit bangers. I mean, it's not game friendly, so that kind of impacts the game. So going with something like that or a dedicated communication device definitely makes it. Oh, you got boned really easy too.
Yeah,
makes it really nice for those type of games. I'd like to see something like P51, updated to take advantage of something like that, where you can communicate, over, telnet or over the internet, over TCP/IP in some way that you can, play other people. Because it was a great game. I played it a lot back in the day. Really good game.
The problem with that, if you've got a CoCo to do what you just described, is I reckon Skynet would exist. Because I reckon if the CoCo 3 would be the only one that could actually do it. Because Microsoft can't control it.
Ooh.
Well,
boom.
The other thing is, even if you're using that bitbanger port, if you, depending on how you design your protocol, if you design the protocol in a certain way, you can get it so that you can run the bitbanger port at a fairly high speed. I mean, look at
they won't
look
come
at DriveWire. DriveWire runs it at 115, 200.
It's not bi-directional though.
Right, and that's good and all, but running something at that speed off of the bitbanger requires a lot of CPU, which is not exactly game friendly. So when you start doing that, you're going to have to start sacrificing in that game. You're going to sacrifice play, you're going to sacrifice performance, and it's not just going to come from the latency on that particular device. So I mean, while you can certainly do that, it's very difficult. Even things like karate abandoned that because they couldn't get it right. Even at 300 baud, they tried 9600 baud, but it just impacted performance. Now, granted, that game was a piece of shit to begin with, but there was still some hope that it could actually be done. Now, in a CoCo 3, you've got a little bit more extra horsepower, but it's still going to have a tremendous impact on the game if you're using the bitbanger port. Now, if it's a strategy game or something like that, then you can probably get away with it. But if it's
okay, where is the whoop? There it is on level 5. I can't find it right now.
It's traveling around somewhere, man. Are you sure it's not a bag? Are you sure you're not missing a bag?
I found it. It's at the top right. Okay, finally got past level frickin' 5. Yes. Holy
Ask
shit.
the wizard. The wizard knows everything.
Yes.
And that's one of
Bonus
the
life
concerns.
awarded. Gangster bonus 1,000.
When he goes down, Curtis, can you run
10,000.
What was that, Nick?
when he ducks down, can you run across?
Yeah,
That-
probably. I haven't tried it yet.
Well, you might as well. You're dying enough times.
So you're on a level that's called the Tower of the Bat now. What level is that, Curtis?
What am I on, 13 or 14, Chet?
That's like 13, I think.
I just made it to 6, and I'm happy with that.
I mean, I'm trying to keep track of 40 levels in the order that they should go in based on difficulty and other things. The names of them are really actually not that relevant to me.
And you have all that memorized, right?
No, I don't.
Okay,
I have it.
yeah,
I have it in a
Ooh, that's
spreadsheet.
now instead of the green
Go.
slime monster, it's a
Oh,
brown
dude, you
slime.
ran right
Happens
into
when I
him,
listen to
man.
Nick.
You ran right into him.
Well, he went away and then it came back right away.
Well,
How many people
Yeah, they're
play
little
on Bigger
bastards
Three?
like that. They're
That's
little
where a can of
bastards.
deodorizer comes in handy. Isn't that a fucking shit monster there, Chet?
Yeah, it's the Golgothan, man.
Yeah, so
Holy shit! Can you
The
believe
shit
that
demon.
it's like 11:30? When did we start this? We started this around maybe 8:30, maybe closer to 9.
it was
We're
long
still,
ago.
we're still
Yeah.
probably
About 2
coming
hours
up on-
ago, I think.
Yeah,
it was a couple
so,
hours ago.
Yeah, I joined about 2 hours ago and was going before I
well,
joined.
my Zoom tell me 2.5 hours is what my OBS says we're doing right now on the stream.
It's good.
Around 9 o'clock, yeah.
Yeah.
And how many viewers still?
Oh, I don't even know. Well, it says like 10, so apparently not a lot. But
It was that first part, wasn't it?
I don't know. Yeah, right now there's about 10 people watching combined. So,
YouTube's got 7, yeah.
and then there's like 3 on Facebook.
Started 2
Yeah, that's
hours.
a whole lot of people tuning in to watch Curtis die this much.
Well, I died a hell of a lot
If
more.
they came here to watch me die, they're certainly getting their money's worth.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize y'all were on Facebook, and when I got a notification on my phone, that's where I went.
Yeah.
And y'all were
Great
talking about
place.
there's a link on down below, and I'm like, oh, they're all talking about YouTube.
Is
You
this-
said Zoom, so I'm Zoom now.
Is the Zoom code the same Zoom code for the Saturday show when you
Yes.
guys do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta save that code. I keep losing the damn thing and I can't find it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, being on time is critical because it interrupts the flow of the show too much if people show up like an hour in unless they make special arrangements ahead of time. So
Kind of like what I just did.
it's kind of like my
No, it's talking about
game
we're
play
doing a
flow here
regular
right
show
now.
now.
It's all choppy and crappy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not like we run a dumpster fire over there.
No, not at all. Professional show. But
No,
Barry's
since the
been
EPA.
around
Ah.
since the early days of CoCoTALk. Barry's a veteran.
Well, the good thing
I,
is
I,
that,
I like the show. It's a fine show. I don't know about the professional part though.
We're professionally amateurish.
Well, the good thing is the game hasn't crashed all night.
No, it's running pretty smooth.
No,
Want me to
yeah,
run the
and-
debugger now, or
It is. It's. I mean, you don't get.
where's
tired
that collision
of,
detection? I want to nop that out.
Yeah, you don't get tired of looking at the colors. Like the colors haven't changed, but it's not like a normal CoCo game where you're looking at the same 4 colors all the time. You're like, I wish there was something else. There's enough color on here and enough creativity in how these colors are applied that it's very satisfying to see these screens and how you use the different tiles in different ways. You know.
Yeah, I try to add a bit of contrast, and even across the different levels, to kind of balance it out, so you're not always looking at the same thing. I mean, you're limited to really what you can display on the screen because you have a limited memory, you have and other limitations on how much you can actually store. So you have to make a balancing act out of it and kind of give it enough contrast across. The levels as a whole in order to kind of prevent that kind of boring look.
Mm-hmm.
Do you change the palettes on any of the later levels, or do you keep the same standard palette?
No,
all the
this
way
is the same palette throughout the entire game. It's in fact it's the original palette that was used in Digger 2.
Now the blue background is that like tiled out, or is it just like one? You're dedicating one whole screen to the background?
There's actually two whole screens dedicated to the background.
Almost.
2 for page flipping, and the third is a managed back buffer. Rather than using a save or store buffer, which copies what's behind the sprite before you draw it, I just manage all of that in the third buffer and just copy it over. It's a little bit more efficient when the more sprites and the more things that you're drawing on the screen that require it to be restored. So there's the 3 screens that are scrolled through, or the 2 screens that are scrolled through hardware, and then that back buffer.
That sounds similar to what Nick Marentes is doing with Gun Stah. He's got his different ones where he's copying the whole screen every single time, but it doesn't limit how many sprites he can have and stuff. So,
But Chet's using that extra buffer as a way of recording what was there beforehand, right?
Right, and I'm not drawing that whole screen.
No, you're not doing the whole screen.
When I scroll, I draw the edges only.
Yeah,
and that's why I have that third buffer. It helps in that, so it's a bit more efficient to manage on this large of a screen at this resolution.
Cool. So
you
I'm at
basically
level 6.
you draw the sprites, and then you have to restore the background for each sprite. Yeah, 2 operations per sprite.
Right. So rather than saving what's behind it, I eliminate that whole entire operation. Which, once you get to a particular number of sprite, depending on how each one is optimized, that save or store buffer becomes just unwieldy as far as CPU usage. It becomes much more efficient to do it with the background.
Oh, so is it kind of like a P copy where you got the whole background ahead of time, you blast all the sprites on there and just P copy it back before the sprites were there?
In those particular areas, in those little square areas.
Okay.
So it does require a bit more logic because you do have to manage that back buffer, but it's really you're borrowing a lot and utilizing a lot of that that's used for drawing the screen anyway. So there is some crossover in functionality, but it is pretty efficient.
So do you have to pick the ring up to get off the level?
No.
Just all the gold bars, right?
Yeah. I'm sorry. Do you have to pick it up just specifically? You have to pick up all of the prizes. So the rings, the rings, the bag of money, the gold. There's actually a key, but that's being replaced and one of the rings is being replaced because they just don't fit. And then there is a heart which awards an extra life once you complete the level. Of course, you lose all those if you die before you complete the level. Like that. I just ran up on you.
Your damn collision detection is working way too well.
Yeah, and you know what? And you know what though? It's actually not working completely. That's the thing. That's the funny thing here. It's only checking a few certain areas. I pulled some stuff out. So
Nick's doing that, I think, too, in Gun Stah. It's not perfect.
I am.
Yeah, it works really well for giving a bit of flexibility to the player.
What idea for it?
Yes.
In the collision. So they're not always ready. Oh yeah, I can get a little bit closer to. Of course, it also gives them a little bit of overconfidence, so they do screw things up like you've been doing all night.
Yeah, thank you. I'm glad I fit your psychological profile so well.
So, but yeah, I mean, it does make a difference when you do it. So I mean, even if you think you're doing something cheap, you can actually get something that's really awesome out of it.
I've got to figure out how to get over there to that one side now.
Yeah.
I see. Oh, son of a bitch. Now you fall through an invisible hole over there. Okay.
Oops.
I seem to recall Curtis having this problem a long time ago when he first made it to this level. I'm just now getting here.
Somebody got slime monstered. Well, I got to drop off of here, folks.
All right, Barry.
All right.
Have
a good one.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to join in you guys tomorrow or not. I will try. We'll see. Yeah, but
hang on to the link and join us whenever you can.
Yeah, at least I got the link. So if I can get on just before 2:00, I will try and do that.
Awesome.
Yep, I got a project that I'm working on. I actually got a response back from Microsoft, and I also
about the ROMs
and Tandy, yes. And I'm trying to negotiate. I don't know if I'll be successful or not, but I'm trying to negotiate for a release for the color computer ROMs.
Oh,
that'd be good because it'd help a lot on these emulators.
Yeah.
Yep, I successfully negotiated for the TI-99/4 ROMs some time ago. Those were released. I got I got the Apple II and a bunch of the Macintosh, the older Macintosh ROMs released from Apple.
Oh, jeez.
So I got those released. But I'm trying to see if I can get the CoCo released. The CoCo stuff is complex though, because the other companies I dealt with, I only had to deal with one company. But apparently Tandy still owns, because the licensing agreement from Microsoft, they still have rights, amazingly enough.
And does Microware on the CoCo 3 ROMs too? Because Microware's back again too. So
yeah, Microware is not an issue. I shouldn't have a problem there. I think they'll be fine. I got a statement from them that may already cover it, but I'll circle back and just make sure.
Oh, what
but they gave me a statement that anything they did with 68 XX, in other words, the 8-bit stuff, they said that that was okay to distribute.
yeah, it's basically what they've said about OS 9 Nitrous 9 too.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's the statement I got from them. They said 6809 code, that it was okay to distribute. So I'll just make sure that applies to these basic ROMs. So that'll cover them. But yeah, I still got to go with and cover both Tandy and Microsoft and get a release from both of those companies. But yeah, if I can get that, that means with a gimme chip replica, that means the possibility of something like the C64 Mini for a color computer.
Yeah, that's what Ed's working on. That's what
Well,
Ed.
I'd prefer not to have a failure like that.
Hey,
Barry, it sounds like
something
you
better than it.
use Jean-Luc Picard.
Yes.
You're a master negotiator.
I try.
That'd be great if someone could come out with a mini CoCo type setup.
Now, like I said, I was successful with the Apple II ROMs and the early Mac ROMs, TI-99, Timex Sinclair also.
Oh.
But
wow.
But the color computer, getting the rights to those has been problematic. But I'm starting to make some progress, so I'll keep working.
That's cool. Good luck with that. That'd be awesome if you could get that done.
Yeah, because that would make all these hardware projects that Ed's doing, not to mention emulators that have the ROMs pre-bundled and installed already.
Yeah, because we can make a mini C64 look like amateur hour with the stuff that Ed's got going on. I mean, he's got some really neat stuff.
And your game could be thrown into the bundle, and you could probably get a couple bucks every time someone buys a mini CoCo.
Oh,
I don't know how much. I don't know how much profit margin there's gonna be on this hardware, but at least it will render it to the point where you can go and put something together and make it available to the community. So I don't expect anybody's gonna be made millionaire out of this stuff.
Right.
No, but we can also make versions of our games that take advantage of some of that extra power, add a little bit of extra things to it that you normally might not see on that kind of thing. That makes it a little bit more viable and more attractive for people to actually go that route. So there's a lot of ways to actually present that and make it palatable to the community as a whole. I mean, it's just how you approach it.
It's going to open up. It's going to open it up for other people who have never been Tandy users to actually be able to buy a complete CoCo setup and run the games. Like Chet's
we can even put it in real-time clock.
Stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I could put the actual time up on there. You would actually know what time it is the entire time you're playing the game.
Yeah, you can go. It's 3 a.m. I should probably go to sleep because I have to work tomorrow, type thing.
Yeah, I could put nags on there to tell you, hey, go take your dumb ass to bed.
Speaking of that, I seem to remember. Did one of the newer versions of the CoCo SDC actually include an RTC?
I'm in the wrong game now. I'm back in the previous level.
No,
not that I know of.
No,
but if
you might be thinking of Jim Brain's CoCo SDC extender.
Oh, there's a CoCo SDC extender. How's that work?
Which he's done, but he hasn't made it available yet.
Yeah.
How's that work?
Well, it plugs. It's a thing that plugs.
It's kind of a pass-through
basically,
cartridge.
you open up your SDC, take it out of the cartridge it's in now, put it into another cartridge which is longer, and then this SDC extender plugs in between the CoCo bus and the SDC card.
And it's got a sound chip or something, isn't it?
It's got a sound chip, a real-time
Yeah.
clock, and some RAM, I think, and yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Which is going to be great when it does get released.
I would think that could probably extend any cartridge. Really, you could probably plug it in front of a floppy controller, for instance.
Yeah, it would. Yeah.
I'm gonna design a hardware project just so I can, make more redundant stuff because, I want to do something redundant. I've got all kinds of redundant ideas, man. Redundant ideas are freaking easy, man.
Oh, jeez.
I could come up with redundant ideas all day, and I'm stoned most of the time. So,
Yeah, speaking of real-time clocks, I am working on a little bit of a project.
There you go.
The only operating system that really makes use of real-time clock is OS 9 or Nitrous 9. Let's just say Extended Basic doesn't really.
I'll make use of it for RNG stuff.
Well, what I'm working on is a software solution using Nitrous 9 and OS 9 and the DriveWire interface. I'm trying to hook with the TCP under DriveWire and connect to an NTP server.
Oh.
So if I can get it to interface successfully with an NTP server, at least to set the clock once when the machine boots up, that would be a handy thing to have. So.
And this is in the RS-DOS mode?
No. This would only. It's a software solution. It would run as a Nitrous 9 utility.
Oh, come on.
Hey, that's because I've got the TCP stack there. I've got the the other tools that I need to leverage.
Well, I was trying to figure out which software space you were using because Nitrous 9 and OS 9 already have a clock.
They have a clock, but there's no way to set your clock automatically from really from. Well, I think it does. There is a way to interface it to some extent to DriveWire, but it's not really leveraged that well.
Oh, okay.
So I'm trying to get it so that when it boots up, it basically sets the clock using the DriveWire interface.
Well, that'd be nice.
So. Anyway, well, I gotta get off of here.
All right, Barry.
All right.
There's a lamb in the oven I gotta go and check on, and
ooh, that sounds delicious.
Yeah. Later, guys.
Take care.
Easy, man.
Hasta.
So, Chet, is this unlimited lives, or is this how it's going to be on the final game?
You can actually collect extra lives, and you get an extra life when you complete a level. So if you really, if you were really good at the first 10 levels, you want to actually go through and play all of them, you could gain 10 extra levels in order to do that. And that might be what I want you to do.
Yeah.
Shit.
Then there's extra levels. If you're coming up, you might be coming up hard. I might throw a couple of extra lives in that you can collect during. There's actually several. There's several levels, even the lower ones that are currently missing. Yet.
So are those guys dying?
These guys
their
are
heads are getting chopped off, or what?
They don't get their heads chopped off. They're the only thing that they are not going to do is lava.
Curtis got his head
and getting crushed by rocks.
Oh,
when things close up. So like the blades and the the spikes and the goo monster and the Golgothan don't affect them because those are their traps. They know they're there and they know how to work around them.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't know how to pull themselves out of a hole quickly. They're just not that bright. First, you're like, why the hell am I in here?
Wait a second, are you saying I'm not very bright?
No, I'm saying the Gomers are not very bright, but they do happen to be getting the best of you at the moment, so I'm not really sure. Fair question.
Well, the reason why I asked that is when they fall in a hole and then the gold appears above them, the head is not redrawn after the gold piece is picked up.
It might just be the effect because the back of their heads is gray. It may be blending in with it. Let's see next time they fall into a hole because I'm sure they. Yep, here goes one. Yeah, their head's not cut off. They're just turned
Sidewise, facing backwards.
Yeah, they're facing away from you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you're seeing the bald spot.
Oh, what am I doing?
Good question.
Yeah, and they do get it does get harder.
Yeah, these are still the easy levels.
And you said you had 40 levels? Or...
I'm actually creating a bit more than 40, but there's going to be around 35 in there. If there actually ends up being, a few extra levels that are actually really good that get thrown in there, that might happen, but I'm only counting on 35.
Oh, okay.
But you're going to make a level editor for people to be able to create their own, aren't you?
I already have a level editor. They just need to use the tool to convert it.
Yeah.
Fuck,
and I'll use that
I
for,
went hit the
creating,
wrong fucking key. I was doing so good on this time, too. God damn it.
It helps to have a multitasking mind.
Ken Reichert said Curtis has the achievement unlocked. Death.
Ooh, that would make a nice response after on the you died scene.
You say you earned
death.
instead of saying like earned an extra life, you've just earned a death.
I think just being plain and simple and honest and just saying you're shit, you're never going to make the high score. Just quit while you're ahead. I reckon that's just perfectly sums it all.
Sometimes honesty is important.
Yeah.
Well, the original one for when if you died within like 10 seconds without getting any gold, it popped up and said you should get a refund. But I decided it was probably best to remove that because that was real dick. So
you should have left it. That was bloody good.
Yeah, that'll be for the sequel, Dicker 3. Is everybody else giving up, or is anybody still playing here?
I'm still playing.
Okay.
Still playing.
What level are you on now?
Copy of it.
I'm on level 6 now, I think.
Oh, you made it. You made another one. Oh, good.
Oh, yeah.
Stevie's found a game he's actually getting really good at.
I got the oop, there it is, soundbite. There it is.
Oh, might be going to level 7.
Yeah, there it goes. There you go.
I just found the hole. I found the hole.
What is this running under? OS 9 or
it's
RS-DOS.
Oh, okay.
Yep. 512K CoCo 3 with a 6809.
Oh, I got a survival bonus and a kindness bonus. I've never gotten a kindness bonus before.
Especially in real life.
Kill them.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I like to kill them as often as possible. They're dicks, man. I don't care about no kind of bonus.
As you can tell, Chet's not PC correct.
They're dicks.
See, treat them like dicks.
Well, I made them what they are.
And the truth may hurt, but it'll set you free.
They'll gang up on you. They'll beat you. Seeing you got the Golgothan just sitting there waiting for you.
Obviously, the
He's
solid green ones are not mineable.
Hey,
Right.
Chet, do you use any ROM calls for like keyboard or mouse?
None.
Yeah, not a single one, huh?
Nope. No, I have a within the d3.bin file. I have all of my disk I/O, sector I/O, keyboard input for just general keyboard input, like typing in names and the warp stuff, and a handful of other helper routines, along with support for virtual file system, which the main game actually uses. So that maps it in whenever it needs it. It just makes a little bit more effective use of that lower 8K of RAM that you would normally use for the stuff mapped in for the ROMs.
I see.
Yeah, and that's all stuff that I put together, 30 years ago, over 30 years ago. for Image Master, the game board at Earth Studio 29. And then, of course, I used it in Digger 2 and Gold Runner 2000 to create my development system so I could transfer files from my CoCo to or from my PC to the CoCo over the RS-232 port, and then go ahead and run it. So I had 80 text or 80 column screen, serial I/O support. I mean, it's all up on GitHub. So a lot of this code, really goes back decades. So, and of course, I stole that from RS-DOS anyway. So the whole sector I/O and all that's just shit that I disassembled, modified so that it would support, the higher clock speed, along with things like 6 drives, double, side select, millisecond select, and all of that. So and it works up to supports up to 80 track double-sided drives, so you can have all of that set up in any configuration that you want. It was one of the configuration options that I had in all of the apps like Image Master, and it used to save that information out on the on track 17.
Do you have a link somewhere on a web page or something for that?
Yeah, I'll post one in Discord.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's got the probably the semi language or projects. I'll find one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not on. But yeah, the stuff's been up there. I have made a couple of updates, like the stuff for the development system that I did. That evolved into what I'm using now for Digger. I pulled a lot of that stuff out, the 80 column screen, because right now I'm using that. I've updated VCC, so it creates a console window that I can output text to, just like I do in Serial Port. So a lot of that stuff was pulled out to save memory, and to just a lot of it was unnecessary, with the way I'm doing development today.
Right.
Yeah, Curtis, don't think I didn't see that little glitch in there. That
yeah, you saw that?
That had been noted a while ago. That's why I don't use those as judiciously as I used to, or as I did in the preview. Yeah, I'm aware of that stuff. Don't think that stuff gets by me. So yeah, that stuff evolved over time, and I do need to put a new version up of it. But it's not really a development system. I mean, it's more of a runtime system.
How do you develop your stuff?
I use
with an evil laugh.
Yeah, usually. Like I usually start my days by asking myself, how much of a dick can I be? And then that just spawns all kinds of inspiration. And then I load up. I use Visual Studio for my projects. Just because I use it across all the things that I can create one that doesn't actually generate code, so that's what I put all my assembly in. It's also what I do all my tools in that I've done for the map conversion, the tile set, the image conversion, all that crap. And then I use Chasm, which is a assembler that I put together back in '96 in order to do Digger 2 and Gold Runner 2000, and that's based on the Motorola 6809, the official assembler that Motorola released in late '70s. So. Got a lot of 609 legacy on that one. It's been extended to support, data structures, unions, namespaces, macros, all that funky stuff. But it does have problems. But for me, it doesn't generate bad code. It generates good code, so it works for what I need it to. And all my code base is kind of tied to a couple of the things in it. I'm just too lazy to convert it.
Who the hell's got their hand over their camera?
That's Kip.
Okay.
I laid my phone down to get a drink.
So there's I don't know. There's there's a lot to be said about the cross development. I've got I picked up more than a couple of CoCos in the last few weeks over for Christmas, specifically for development. Particularly the Gimme X actually opens up doors for that. For I've considered doing an update to Image Master, and that 256 color support and some of the and the higher CPU clock make some extra features a little more realistic to do without actually have to go in and fully optimize it. So I can actually get away with being sloppy, which means I can write it a little bit quicker.
You can see my face now.
Got cornered on the green slab. God damn it. These guys are freaking evil, man.
But and for the development that I've done on natively on the CoCo 3 for the vast majority of it has been done under RS-DOS, and I used the Editasm 3 compiler for Circomp, or assembler from Circomp, which it's a great assembler. It just lacks some of the features like the local symbols and macros and stuff that makes it a lot easier to manage, a large code base. And for OS 9, it was just the RMA and the Lego standard tools for that. But that development was pretty limited, and I didn't do much C on OS 9, but I did look at driver development simply.
That's your last gold bar, maybe.
I don't know if I would want to do to work.
Get out of there.
Bigger in that.
You're gonna die.
Edtasm. Not big enough.
Oh, you had the out there. I didn't realize that.
Ooh, you
there
got
it is.
You got it. Oh, no. Denied.
No! Oh man!
Damn it! All that hard work.
Oh man!
You were there.
That was tragic. That was that broke my heart.
Now, Chet.
Oh man.
Chet, I assume you have a back door in this game where you can go in on the network version and just wreak havoc with the user.
No.
Oh, there you go.
He doesn't need the network for that. It just does that automatically.
That's what these little get-togethers are for.
But with some of the Wi-Fi and devices coming out, yeah, it's absolutely something that I'm going to look into.
Here we go again.
That kind of reminds me of Gun Stah.
You'll be booting up your CoCo and say, "I want a cookie."
The Amigos guys did a really nice preview of Gun Stah the other day.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, looking really, really nice.
Yeah.
That's going to be available for the Fest, isn't it, Nick?
Yeah, that's the plan, yeah.
Cool.
I thought he was going to die there.
Not quite yet. I'll get a couple more gold bars first. Maybe an exit, then I'll die.
Like now? Yep.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Tower of Bat is what it's called, huh?
Yeah, I should ask people to submit videos of their death scenes in this game. It's like, oops, I fell into the lava.
Yeah, I did that already.
Yeah?
Way ahead of you.
Yeah, earlier.
Trust me, if you've done it, I've done it, and I've approved it. I've been like, oh yeah, that's people gonna hate that. I can keep that in.
Get the guy behind you.
I'm getting some choppiness now, but that could be a main bug too.
Well, are those bats flying across?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm on. My screen's real small, so I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
Those, if you go up to the view options, you can set it to 100, 150%, 200%.
Well, I'm on.
A phone. Oh, okay. So
can't do that on the phone.
I see what you're saying.
You might be able to stream it to a TV or something if you have that option.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's a thought.
Yeah, that looked great on TV. That reminds me, because that CoCo that I got from Sheldon also included that RGB to SCART and the HDMI converter. So I may hook this up on the TV tonight and see what it looks like. I may actually be disappointed compared to the CM8.
I was stuck.
That
like
composite
Chuck.
video on the TV.
What was that, Nick?
When you hook up to the TV, that's composite, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll have to change. I'll have to update the palettes, but I mean, I've got those were in digger too. So I just gotta go back to the original code and pull that out. It's easy enough.
Oh shit! Fell through one of those invisible holes.
But yeah, we'll see what it looks like with both of them because I've been told that it looks actually pretty acceptable on both.
Yeah, you
Using the
can't
same
get a
color
reasonable
palette. I like
reasonable match.
Yeah, the CoCo 3 looks really good on my. I have a 32-inch flat screen, and with the switcheroo and the SCART to HDMI, it looks really, really crisp.
Cool.
It's you're not going to get that old school feel like that you're going to get from a CRT, but in terms of reproduction, it looks really good.
Oh shit!
Oh.
Saw that coming.
Yeah, actually, I wonder if Ed could add that into the Gimme X, where it actually adds like scan lines to the picture.
Yeah, the CoCo VGA has the scan lines.
So I'd say he will.
And he's supporting S-Video and our VGA on there too, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to get one of those, man. I'm gonna wet myself for days.
Well, the CoCo VGA output is actually S-Video, and then they include an S-Video to the 9-pin or 15-pin DIN or whatever, or the VGA type. I forget what connector type it's called. The DB.
I'm not sure if it's literally.
DB15.
I'm not sure if it's literally an S-Video signal. It might look like an S-Video connector, but it might not be.
Right. Yeah, it might not be actual S-Video out. Right.
I thought he said it was, but maybe I'm remembering.
Yeah. I think it's based on the circuit he had. He was selling an RGB to S-Video board, so I think he's just incorporated that. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that because my capture card has an S-Video option. I thought I'll catch a good CoCo, a real CoCo image that way.
Yeah.
Where would I go to find out if there's any other CoCo people in North Carolina besides John?
Oh, where's that map of the world?
Just get out of that map. That'll tell you.
Yeah.
I haven't got the link, but
That's on imacoconut.com. There's a link to it there under resources.
Dude, I wonder if you got me added to it because I sent my thing in a while.
Oh, you know, probably not.
I know that a bunch of people probably hit you up.
I'm a coconut.com.
IMA.
Yeah.
There's no apostrophe or anything, but yeah.
And I tell you, if there's one person to have in North Carolina, John's the guy.
Yeah.
He's definitely, very prolific in the community.
All right, so level 7 is my new favorite, not favorite level. Yeah.
Oof. That was close.
Yeah, I was gonna name one of the levels "Poop Shoots and Ladders," but I was like, no.
It'd be accurate.
Yeah, I've trust me, I've made my mark on other levels. Don't worry about that. In fact, I think you're coming up to one of
the
part of that mark. Ooh.
Oh, I thought you were stuck. Concentrate. Use the force.
Use the force, Luke.
That was pretty good.
Thank you.
Okay, is that all of them, I wonder?
Did you hear the sound bite, Curtis?
Yes, it did.
Okay.
Whether I can get there or not, that's a totally different story.
What level are you on right now?
6, 7 or something like that.
14, something like that.
Yes.
Oh, there you go.
They did it.
Make it 15, level 15 now.
Get a bit of a break and go change your underwear now.
The good thing I'm not wearing pants. It's just free flowing right now.
So you just finished level 14. Good job.
Yeah, because I'm a sadomasochist here. I'm going to try the next one.
Or we are for watching.
Yeah, I haven't
Eagerly
seen any. I
awaiting
haven't
your
got
next.
to any of these gray brick levels yet. That's a nice.
Okay.
extra color to have in the mix.
I'm gonna just be offline for a bit. I'll be back in a sec.
Oh crap!
Oh, you're done. Yeah, you don't want to hang out there.
Yeah, this is another semi-favorite level of mine. This is.
I noticed you like all the sadistic ones.
Yeah, he does.
Oh no, these aren't any close. There's Jesus, the level 28.
He just likes to torture people.
Yeah,
how
I
do
like
you get
to
through all that shit?
frustrate people, man.
He has a
It's just
dungeon.
wrong.
To your right.
If you're that frustrated, and you still keep coming back, then yeah, that's a good thing, man.
Oh, I won't say what I was going to say.
Are there any of the freaking monsters that pop up at this point here, or no?
They're in here somewhere. Oh, make some holes. There you go. Nice. Oh, you're in trouble.
It's Mark, son.
The shit monster grabbed you on the ass cheek and said, "No, get back here, buddy."
That's that thing that lives in the outhouse in that other CoCo game. That's the one the aliens are trying to kill.
That was one of the things that I tried to do. It's like you'll notice that when you come up to things like the Golgothan or the Goo Monster or the spikes, there's usually some type of indication that they're there. In fact, there's actually a sound effect missing. I can tell you what it is, but there's usually indicators there. There's not saying that there are always going to be indicators because I'm a dick, but there's usually indicators there to let you know that kind of stuff is there, so you don't get.
Oh, come on!
He was right on your ass there, coming up the ladder.
Move your mouse, Curtis. It's right in the middle of the screen.
Oh man, game over again! Awesome.
I'm gonna change them on F
man.
now, aren't I?
Yeah.
And that high score is truncated, I believe. No, that's right.
The monster pipe dream. That's funny.
Yes.
The monster pipe dream is going to be to win the damn game. That's a pipe dream. Is there an end to it, by the way?
There's an end to everything. There's a beginning. There's an end. It's one of the things that's consistent in this universe.
Have another toke, Chet.
I'll be right back.
Oh, crap. Went too far down.
Oh, you should have gone up the ladder.
Yep. I should have.
Yeah, at that point you should have dug twice, then to jump them into the hole, and then a third time to drop down while the other was coming at you, rose up, and then off to the right. Oh yeah.
This is wild.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Nice.
I gotta say the animations of the sludge turned out a lot better.
Oh,
crap!
He was right on your ass there.
No, even when the guy dies, his eyes like bouncing back and forth.
Yeah.
Believe me, that's happening in real life too.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Paul did an awesome job on that. In fact, there is some artwork that has not been put in this yet. Paul delivered it to me. I don't know, about 3 or 4 weeks ago now. So there are some art changes. There are some updates to that. So it does make a significant improvement to these scenes where that you see often.
You still playing, Stevie?
No, I'm just because I can't play and watch you at the same time. So I figured I would switch over.
No pressure at all now.
Yeah.
Didn't make that in time.
Yeah, it's really as you play this and when things happen when they do, it really makes you wonder. These fucking guys know what I'm going to do before I do, because they always seem to be right there when you're trying to do shit.
Oh shoot!
And they can drop too, yeah. So that's. And of course, you go to get that, and you got.
Nice. Oh, you got to break it out of there. You can't dig there.
that's one of the big differences between this and the gameplay in Load Runners. Load Runner, they're more or less stalking you. I mean, they'll just stop right in the middle of the thing, whereas these guys are chasing you down to beat your ass. That's that's their only goal. Their only goal is to catch you and to collect gold, because they stole it fair and square.
Well, they invest.
You jerk.
They invest in gold.
When you dig right by the ladder, they go the other way.
That's wild. All right, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream, but you guys can keep going. So Curtis made it to level 15. I think I made it to level 7. Good job, Curtis.
Very good. Very well done, guys.
Good job, Chet, for making the game.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And
looking forward to the full release so I can pull out what little hair I have left.
All right, and thanks for everybody who stopped by on the Zoom call and everybody who's been watching it. Good times, good times. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to press the button. Say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Oh, yeah. Oh, freaking David.